Yeah?
Do I?
Oh.
Yes.
Jungler.
Nothing so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it probably put it somewhere else because that's what dumb things do.
Dumb things. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it just took some time. We're live now. Live
Hooray.
now. Let's go there.
Live show.
Go
Things
there. Do.
What?
Things do.
Things do.
Things do.
Things do.
Whoa. Were you just...
They
Did
definitely
you already
do.
post this?
No.
Or Steve just like...
Steve's just refreshing YouTube over
What
and over
is
again.
going on here?
People know, man.
Oh, God. How did all you people get here?
Because they have
What do you
subscriptions
mean, you
that
people?
alert them when the thing goes live.
Really?
Oh.
Oh. I don't know how YouTube works.
Oh,
All right.
How do YouTube work?
Steve like the bird, he's already here.
No, I do not like while you're away, so please don't ever show me again, Twitter, though you will next time I go there.
Hey, while you were away, people tweeted.
Well, I like to ask you, do you like this? And every time I say no, and it's like, all right, well, we'll bring it back next time.
That's too bad. Maybe you'll like it next time.
Can I? I'm going to favorite that too because I like how you type that up, Chuck.
You like how I typed that up?
Chuck.
Tap that up.
Up, Chuck.
So yeah, I'm making a vomit joke. There.
Oh, I get it. Retweet.
Totally retweeted.
Boom. Boom, y'all.
Yeah.
Dang, you're on it.
All right. Time to podcast.
Time to die.
Man, this is like the fastest ever.
I will
Yeah.
We're proud of
podcast
all of you.
For you.
We are heroes. You are our heroes. The wind beneath our wings, if you will.
Just for one day.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put it on record. I'm going to try to work as many Prince references into this as I possibly can.
What else is new?
I don't know.
Jesus, Stevis.
Stevis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevis.
We do usually go live anywhere between 9
Well, it's
Between
depends on the
9
movie.
and 9:45. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the movie plus how long it takes us to get our food.
Yeah.
This movie took us 49 hours to watch.
It's
was a
amazing
long
that
movie.
It's
we
tomorrow.
managed to get here in time to do this.
There were 1,000 songs.
There were
Yeah.
most songs ever as presented by the, I don't know, whatever that award was.
Right. ASCAP.
The Streamies. Something equally that doesn't mean fuck all.
Yeah, fuck all. Let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Graffiti Bridge.
Well, just because there's a couple of people here, we're going to wait for other
Yeah.
people to show up. We usually banter for like 5-10
Yeah.
minutes.
Banter.
I mean, I know there's a
How
couple
was
people
your
here.
weekend?
Yeah. My weekend was,
Fucked? I thought you were about to say fucked.
it's all right. I was about to say fantastic, and I was like, I'm not going to oversell my weekend like that. That's not
Yeah, no
fair.
way.
That's not fair to this weekend, really. I mean, because I'd be selling next weekend a little short there.
Is next weekend going to be good?
It could be, but you
Okay,
know,
all right.
I mean,
Thought you had specific
I
plans.
mean, it's like having
Are you going
another.
to
It's like having
Decon
another
this
child. You know, like you can't say like, "Oh, my first child is fantastic," because then the second one comes along and, "Hey, what about me? My
you are also
chopped liver?"
fantastic.
Like, no, but I'm going to take yours one day if I need it.
Whoa. Whoa. What?
That's why you have kids.
To take them?
Spare livers.
Oh.
I thought that was for the kidneys.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Because they can still
make
live with
kidneys.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, kidneys.
So that's why you have more than one kid. So when you
No, you
when you
take
blow
her-
out
take her
that
liver,
that
too.
second kidney, you have a third one waiting in
Take
the wings.
Take their liver too. It's cool.
All right.
They don't need it.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll keep that in mind.
Huh? What's happening? Oh, we're bantering.
We're bantering.
We're bantering about
We're
murdering
talking
children for
about
their body parts.
kids.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, just like you do. That's what kids are
Exactly like you do.
So, all right, I guess we can start.
Yeah, the banter's done. We're done.
Well,
bantering.
I'm the only one attempting to say any words out of my mouth right
We're
now.
we're responding.
I'm bantering with the chat.
Are
I'm
you?
getting my banter
Oh.
on?
Oh,
Is that right?
Yes.
that banter that will go away when we click stop.
Right, but we're
Or
living in the
maybe
here and
not,
now.
because maybe you never know. Like this week it might work. I'm just going off the cuff here. I'm not gonna.
Hey, put the cuff back on.
You're just
Yeah,
riffing.
please leave
Yeah,
the
I'm just
cup
gonna
on.
riff here.
They're two.
Yeah, what Chuck said. Hey, there's two ladies here.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Pay attention.
Oh, there's one just came in while I was typing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Hula
Hula's
came
here.
in.
Yeah.
The fartest to the kings of podcasting.
Farthest to the
Wow.
stars.
That's what I was typing.
No, we're
and
the
then
princes
another
of
lady
podcast
came
tonight,
in.
sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go crazy.
Yeah, let's get nuts.
I got nuts.
Let's get delirious. Chuck was just playing the melody of.
Sobriety. Highly overrated.
Sobriety?
Sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Not even once.
huh. That's no.
Not even once.
That's the
Sobriety.
wrong. That is
Hey, we are here just to help the kids of the world.
No.
Never sober.
no.
Wait.
Don't
Actually,
drive sober.
not-
Wait a
even
second.
once.
No, hold on. I'm going to tell you
Sobriety.
why we don't tell that message to the kids. It
Why?
will ruin the livers that we're going to one day take. from them.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
kids,
kids.
Hey,
kids,
kids,
don't
take care
drink.
of your livers.
Take care of your livers
We're
so
gonna
that we
need
can
'em.
have them one day.
Yes.
That's a pro tip from us to you.
Right. Kids.
I mean, from us to you.
To
You.
To-
To you.
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 To you, kids.
Two Utes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What do we do here? Oh shit! I need a plot summary. Hold on.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Everything's
Just making sure.
good here.
Just checking.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
hear
good
this
luck with the plot summary.
Yep. I'm just gonna see what it happens to say. No, I don't mean American Graffiti or even more American Graffiti. I mean Graffiti Bridge. IMDb.
Most of them are just going to be like, "Did you see Purple Rain?"
I like that you have to
this is
type-
that, but worse.
You have to type the entirety of
Yeah.
Graffiti Bridge to get IMDb to be like,
It-
really? That's what you want?
IMDb's like, you don't want to
Oh.
go there. You really don't.
Where's the shorter version? My God. Netflix.
Prince sings.
Alexa, what's Graffiti Bridge?
Bullshit.
Is an American rock band from Los Angeles, California.
What? That's not true at all.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Stop lying.
Alexa, what is Graffiti Bridge?
I wasn't able to understand the question. I heard.
Alexa, what is Graffiti Bridge?
Sorry, I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Alexa's worthless.
Oh, she really is.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna
can't
fire
find the
her.
answer.
You're fired, Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa, Simon says Alexa sucks.
Alexa sucks.
Yeah! Woo! Way to go, BJ. You told her.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
made her tell herself.
That's right.
Why are you telling yourself? Stop telling yourself.
Alexa, stop telling yourself.
All right, that's good enough plot summary. We're done here. Let's record a goddamn
done
podcast.
here.
Sorry, I'm yelling into the microphone.
Sorry. That's why I was turning my head. Let's clap. Let's do a podcast here.
Yeah, let's get crazy.
Woo! Let's do it.
I'm gonna go get the timer just in case.
I will.
Oh, please. There's no way.
What is there to recap?
There's nothing to talk about. I'm afraid. I learned it by watching
I'm just
you.
warning you now. I'm going to make this about Purple Rain more than this movie. Since we have like 45 emails for the second half.
Make it to see the dawn, so I want to.
Hope you live to see the dawn.
Yeah,
Prince,
that I will, but
threatening motherfucker.
I don't know if I will.
Threaten me with your abbreviations for words.
You ready?
Yeah, just hit that motherfucker.
It's always
I'm
funny.
gonna slap it, okay, Chuck? I'm not gonna hit it. One clap only, Vasily. One clap like you mean it.
My hands hurt now.
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
Hey, all right.
Episode 288.
Woo!
Sure.
That's like some numbers.
It is. It is some numbers.
You're welcome.
So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is Sometimes we do stupid things like have a theme year, 1990. Hooray!
All right, 1990.
But regardless of all that, you know what we do? We go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote unquote bad movie.
Yeah.
Come in here to the studio, talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. I get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Hooray for Robot Jocks.
That movie's from 1990.
It is. And the bad movies, as the stay away, they get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags of some douchebags after Twilight.
Boo for Twilight. That was 2008.
Yeah. Thanks for all of these.
That's why it sucks.
Yeah. We watched Graffiti Bridge.
From 1990. 1990's
It is from
Graffiti
1990.
Bridge.
Yeah, the not really official sequel to Purple Rain, but yet it is.
It's totally a sequel to Purple Rain.
Well, I mean, it's not the same. I don't know. Is it? It's a sequel to Purple Rain.
It's Purple Rain.
Is it official? I don't know.
Yes.
Is it a sequel? I don't know. It's in
more
the same
Purple Rain.
universe.
It's not
and
more
later in
whoa,
time.
No.
Whoa.
It's less
Chuck.
than the...
Chuck,
Wait, he said it. BJ said that.
Wait, what?
I was
you
just
said
sitting
it was
here.
more Purple Rain.
I mean, more Purple Rain is in like more.
All right, hold on. Hold up. Okay, let's get a plot summary. Then we'll talk about this more.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
Pop star Prince ventures into the world of cinema once again with his follow-up to Purple Rain.
Yes, that's what I
Follow-up.
said. It's more
Follow-up.
Purple Rain.
It is his final film role.
Yes.
Over on IMDb, it says Graffiti Bridge is the unofficial sequel to Purple Rain.
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay,
Okay.
They're all the same people.
let's address the 5 foot tall elephant in the room and talk about Purple Rain.
Okay.
Briefly.
Okay, sure. Let's talk about
We
Purple
need-
Rain.
all right.
I watched Purple Rain.
I did too.
I've seen Purple Rain many a time. Chuck only
Yes.
recently first saw it about 6 months ago.
Oh, I saw it about a year and a half
Okay,
ago.
year and a half ago. Well, time's fun when you're having flies. You two have both seen Purple Rain in like within the last
2
week.
weeks.
Yeah, or two. It's
Oh, we're still on this one?
I can
never know what
Would
camera
it make you happier if I put you over here? There, look. Now I just made you look stupid. Now we're over here.
You made you look stupid.
Oh, well. Yes, Purple Rain. I think people are aware of what Purple Rain is.
Yeah, it's a popular film.
Is it?
People like it.
It is.
Some do.
One person in this room likes it a lot.
Yeah.
I watched
We're not-
Purple Rain this week.
We're not reviewing Purple Rain. I'm trying to be brief about this.
Oh.
It's pretty much considered a classic. The soundtrack, especially, movie, people go back and forth on.
Soundtrack is awesome.
It's a great soundtrack.
It's more of a real movie than Graffiti Bridge is.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, fuckload.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys are like,
Yeah, it is a
you're
s-
being like
it is-
super contrarian for like no reason now because
Yeah.
we just saw
no.
fucking Graffiti Bridge
It
and
is-
that was a goddamn amazing train wreck.
It is
That's
more
a real
cohesive
movie.
of a story.
Amazing
Okay.
is right.
It's a more cohesive story.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
still pardon this turn of phrase, but a vanity project in
Yes, but this
in a series of music videos strung together with a little bit of domestic violence
but-
thrown
okay.
in.
not nearly to the
flavor?
level that Graffiti
No,
Bridge
right.
is.
No.
Okay. So the thing I'll say about Purple Rain, it's a concert film, and they were like, well, people aren't going to come to see just a concert. I mean, that doesn't really work. They need a story to go around it. Thus, we have weird things like the song remains the same, the wall, even fucking the bands thing. Not Give Me Shelter. That's
Bands,
fucking,
the movie.
God damn, the famous fucking concert song movie.
Last Waltz.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, so no, I'm saying like there needs to be something wrapped around it because people don't just go see concert films in a theater. They're like, I would go to a concert or listen to it. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to go to a theater and just watch a concert.
Yeah.
So they wrapped a story around it, which is fine because it's mostly a concert film. Thing is, like you compare it to like most of the other ones I just named. I mean, with the exception of maybe The Last Waltz, those are fucking weird ass vanity projects.
Yeah.
Those are weird things that like I don't know, people love because they love the music. Maybe I'm guilty of that. I don't know. You know,
You are.
maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. But no, I
is
mean
when I come
the
over.
thing is like that's like somewhat based on a it's a fictionalized overblown account of Prince's life. I mean, because his parents were in a similar situation, supposedly, to the parents, the fictional parents in that movie. His dad was a washed-up songwriter, was abusive, and he kind of fictionalized it into the movie. You know, these
Okay.
are things that happen.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
can I defend everything about it? No. I mean, especially like I can go ahead and at least put my point into like probably your biggest argument about it is that he comes across as creepy and he's abusive himself.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yep.
I mean, so is it right? No, but I mean, I get where it's coming from because it's like it's the whole nature versus nurture thing. He's trying not to be his father, but despite his best efforts, he kind of is.
It was made in a different era.
It's made in a different era. Plus, like I said, I think it's addressing that whole like if you grow up around that, you might have that tendency.
Sure.
It doesn't necessarily explain his weird princiness throughout it, perhaps, but
But he's like one of the problems that I had with Purple Rain is he's just a shithead all over.
He's an asshole to
it's not
everybody.
even like just the learned spousal abuse or significant other abuse, domestic violence sort of thing. It's just he's a shitheel.
Yeah.
The whole 90% of the movie, he's
Like, he can't even be nice to his band.
not nice to his band.
He's got an amazing band. And he's just like...
a great
you
band
guys
who's
suck.
like writing songs and
Yeah.
like, hey, kid,
Why don't we do a song, Maybe
would you
take-
listen to this?
Yeah.
We're really proud of this. Would
There's
you
a
listen
point
to
he
it? And
flat
he's
out
like,
tells him, just quit
No.
giving me that garbage.
Yeah.
yeah.
Won't even listen to their music.
I
Yeah,
know.
he's a dick.
Yes, he is.
The
But-
point of Purple Rain is it starts with an amazing first 10 minutes and a pretty
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal last 15 minutes. And everything in between is kind of pretentious bullshit that makes Prince look worse than he probably wants to look.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why he
but-
directed the spiritual successor.
But you watch that first 10 minutes and it's like, fuck yes, this is everything I want.
I think that may be why people like it so much is because they just
I don't gloss over it all. I think
I know you're
there's
a
a-
huge mark for this.
there's an arc.
You love it.
There's an arc. He changes by the end. That's the thing. He's a shitheel, but he changes. Does he get perfect? Obviously not. I mean, we saw if this is the sequel, he continues the trend, but there's an
Yeah.
arc. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just saying, as far as like vanity concert films, whatever. I think it's pretty impressive that he let this story go through where it does put him in a bad light, honestly, and then it's a kind of a redemption story. Is it a classic piece of filmmaking? No, I don't. I admit that.
No, but it's fun as hell.
Yeah.
As far as so much of what goes on. And it's, it's the 80s.
Yes.
It is like 1984 condensed down into one thing. All the excesses of like music videos at that time, the fashion, all of that,
Yeah.
like amped up just that bit extra. And that ends up being exactly what Graffiti Bridge is for 1990. Which is what everything, when everyone's like, hey, the 90s. And it's not really.
No.
This is this is what everyone thinks.
Well,
is all that neon light and bright primary colors on fucking everything.
It's the same thing with disco. I mean, disco really is like a 78 to 84 thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the very end of the 70s that disco was like getting big, and the whole disco fashion was the very late 70s. It bled heavily into the 80s.
Yep.
I mean, Funky Town is fucking the 82 or 3. I'm just saying, like, one of the things like fucking Disco Anthem is pretty late in the game. And this is the same thing. Like, what people consider the 90s that didn't actually live through it, it's really bled over 80s until about 92 or 3.
Well, I think that's an extension of our decade bleed theory.
Sure.
The stuff that
Yeah.
the 80s lasted until 92, 93, and et cetera, the 70s.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is in the way that Side Out feels very much like what 1990 actually did feel like.
Right.
This feels like what everyone imagines 1990 looked like. It was like every fucking music video of that time looked like this, where there was a lot of smoke coming
Yeah.
through, lights through,
And that's-
filtered through
yeah.
gels and all sorts
Right.
of like crazy shit.
Everyone's wearing turtlenecks and suspenders and...
Right.
Yeah.
And that's bleed over from the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Weird.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I wanted to go into that much discussion about Purple Rain because there's almost no plot to talk about in this movie.
There really isn't.
You think there's going to be.
Right.
There, like, if you really try hard, you can come up with a plot. Like,
Yeah, but
but they didn't try that hard, so you shouldn't try that hard
well, I
either.
question. I mean, like they leave things kind of ambiguous as to what they really mean or are, or if they mean anything at all.
Right. This is more of like weird ass. Like it's definitely way more of a weird ass vanity project music video. Let's get to the next sound stage with a bunch of lights and explosions.
Yeah, this
sort
movie
of
was
thing.
made to sell soundtrack albums.
Which it did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it,
Well,
it
because
just
it
doesn't
BM
have...
because it
BMG
had-
wanted me to get it every fucking month for
It didn't
about
have
a year.
it didn't have the good songs on it.
No, it doesn't.
No.
No.
And that's the big crime of this movie is there's like 50 fucking songs in it and none of them are good. Just straight up, none of them are good.
None of them are good, but for some reason, like the last third of the movie, those songs fucking blow. Like hard.
Yeah.
Like the first 2/3, the songs are like, I don't know this sounds like everything else, but it's all right. The last third, whatever the fuck is happening to the music, it's garbage.
Wow.
Like when they get into their like this is time to battle, like the songs that are basically like the battle songs are fucking terrible.
Oh, that's the worst Morris Day song.
Well, I would.
in the
I'm not
world.
saying it's a good one, but I disagree only in so much as that it actually finally sounds like a Morris Day song. Like the other ones were like so scratch, weird, synth heavy that like I mean, there's George Clinton is in this movie, and he sings the most un-George Clinton fucking thing I've ever heard. In my
it's a
life.
Prince song. It's just Prince.
It doesn't even. Well, I guess it
Gave
sounds
him
like
this song.
1990. You know,
Yeah.
Prince, but I mean, like
There's no funk.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
whatever, Shake or whatever his song in that at the end of the movie at least sounded kind of like a Morris Day song. Like, it sounded like him. And,
I'll give you that, but the Morris Day songs from earlier in the film are a lot better.
but they didn't
They're still
sound-
not good, but they're
I'm
better.
just saying they didn't
Well,
sound
here,
anything like
let's-
him.
They're
Anyway.
better songs. I don't know that they're better Morris Day songs at
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
Right.
The premise
Sure.
of this movie, there are four clubs on four corners of one
But
very
it's called
small
Seven
set.
Corners.
Yeah, they call it seven corners, but there's only four clubs.
There are theoretically 7 clubs.
Yeah.
I thought there were
think.
3 clubs.
There's
Are there 3?
There's
There's 4.
Melody Cools.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
there's-
that was a club? I thought that was an apartment building.
We just never went in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Melody Cool. There's George's.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's
George Clinton's.
Glam
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 Slams.
Slam.
Glam Slam.
Which
is
there's
Pandemonium.
The kids.
one that
You can
starts
get that
with
for
P.
$2.99 at Denny's.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can. It's just eggs with a shitload of glitter.
No, it's
on
actually
them.
just a
It's just
plate full of glitter.
they set a plate full of, a plate with eggs on it, and then they just slam glitter into your face.
It's a little bit of holiday sauce so the glitter will stick. And
Right.
just hand it to you.
And then there was what's the one that started with P?
Pandemonium.
The Pandemonium. That's 4.
Yeah.
And there are a few others.
Sure.
There's
others,
like an
perhaps.
apartment building, and
I thought that place was a fucking...
the actual kid
Yeah.
lives somewhere.
Sure.
Whoever
He
that kid
lives in
is.
a submarine, a purple
Yeah.
submarine.
No, not kid.
Oh.
The kid.
Oh, the kid.
The
Oh.
child in
Oh,
this movie.
Tevin Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Named Tevin
Right.
in the movie.
Yes.
But yeah, but Prince owns one club, Morris Day another, and whatever the other people don't.
They
really
all own
matter.
their own club.
But yeah, but basically what Morris Day eventually says at some point in the movie is that he and Prince both half own the club, but he's kind of left him alone as long as Prince is paying whatever he needs to pay. But Prince being Prince, it's the same thing as Purple Rain, where you're playing all this stuff that nobody wants to hear because you're trying to be a true artist, and we don't want that. We just want to make money.
Yeah. Get with the times. Despite the fact
Yeah.
that when
No, he doesn't want to get with the time.
well, yeah, but when the movie opens and Prince is doing his Prince thing, that Morris Day apparently is like, no one wants to hear that. The club is packed. Like that's a full club. You can have different musical tastes in this
sure.
one city block of all the nightclubs.
Yeah.
You don't all have to do the same thing.
But what doesn't make sense is like, okay, so I'm trying to figure it out. Like going off the fiction of Purple Rain, Billy, the club owner,
Yeah.
dies and leaves these clubs, like
Yes.
multiple clubs.
I thought
to-
he left just the. I think he left just the club.
Well, the other thing is,
Slam.
like in Purple Rain, that club is a real club in Minneapolis. Right, like, it's been there for a very long time, and like so. But yeah,
wasn't that called?
It's like
what was
First
that?
and something.
Yeah,
It's the street.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
the 2 street intersections, but it's been there since the 70s or earlier. But anyway, like that's
thought he
actually
just
where
left-
that's actually where Prince got famous in the 70s.
I thought he just left the one club because at one point Morris Day was talking about controlling interest in each one of these clubs.
The way they phrase it in
So-
this movie is that he died, left the club to both of us 50-50.
Right.
but there's more than one club. So either they split the club up, or there were more than one club.
I think it's just different clubs that he was moving in on. Like he would move in and take over a part of a club.
Well, there was
a
a second club in Purple Rain where they go to see Apollonia play, and I'm like, is that Billy's club too? I mean,
that was Morris Day's club, wasn't it?
No, Morris Day
No, he
played
was
in the
just
same
booking.
club.
I don't
Morris
think he
Day
had a
was
club in that. He just
Yeah,
Oh,
they
he
played
was
at the
just
same
booking.
place.
yeah,
Okay.
Prince, Morris
But-
Day, and like the Mountaineer guy
Yeah.
were like the house bands for fucking Purple Rain.
Yeah. But all that really matters in this one is Morris Day wants Prince to fail so that he can just take the club for himself.
Yeah, and he starts the movie by setting off a bomb on Prince's stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his goons run in, and they leave a bomb somewhere on stage, and it kind of goes off
And
because
we-
Prince lives under the stage.
In your phrasing of that, it makes me think of something Mackie said while we were watching this, and we should probably go ahead and mention it. The set decoration in this movie feels straight out of Schumacher Batman.
Yes.
To the point that, like, when you said goons, I mean, I'm actually picturing somewhere between Schumacher and 60s Batman,
Ice-
where
ice skating goons.
you know, like they come in, like, you know, like and like
Yeah.
you know, stripy, you know, masks
Yes.
and everything,
Yes.
like set off the comically large bomb. Some days
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Prince lives in a subterranean, what looks like a submarine under the stage.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because like while the
Yeah.
movie is started, he like wakes up in the morning, jumps out of bed, and immediately goes to his Mac. His Apple computer
Oh, yeah.
to fire up his songwriting program. The girl that he has in bed with him, she's like, I can't believe you. This is all you fucking do. I'm out of here. And then, like, the way the timing of the bomb goes off on stage, it's like she exploded.
That's what we are led to believe until about 30 minutes later when she shows back up. We're like, oh, you're fine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, he fires up the original version of Logic or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
and starts. I don't know. He just keeps clicking the mouse, and like more palettes on the thing appear and more instruments, and it's like, wow, you're either really good at this program or this is complete and utter horseshit like every other computer
Yes.
in a movie.
More than likely that.
Yes, but yeah. So he rises out of his submarine bunker thing and puts out the fire. I guess again, it doesn't bother to linger on any of this for very long.
No.
And I believe this is where he starts having visions of
Aura.
simultaneous to us seeing her basically living under the titular Graffiti Bridge on a soundstage, like a Muppet soundstage, as
Yeah.
somebody
Let's-
aptly said.
Let's
Let's
phrase all this. The Purple Rain looks like it was shot on real locations almost
was.
entirely.
it was.
It was
Yeah.
mostly
Like
shot
everything.
in the real world.
This, you can like count the 3 shots that were taken in the real world and not on some tiny crammed soundstage.
And they were all within the same, like, 90 seconds.
yes,
Yeah. And they usually just involve driving to
Yeah.
and from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are like the most soundstagey looking sound stages you're going to see.
Like, I mean, I liken them to, like, these are like the black box theaters of whatever studio they were on.
You,
Like,
you said that during the movie. Would you define what that is for me, please?
okay, so in a theater community, like, you have a real, actual big theater that's like where your main performance goes on, and then a black box theater is literally usually a room painted all black where you put on the more avant-garde, smaller audience things. So, like, it's like they're shitty. Usually, like, they seat like 40 people, whereas the main one will probably seat like 300, 400, 500 people.
Okay.
You know, so it's just like, and they do that because, like, they're like, whatever. If you want to go fucking nuts and paint this like hippie colors, fine. We'll walk in here with black paint tomorrow and cover it all up
Okay.
again. You know, so. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying, like, these look like the shittiest of sound stages that they
Yeah.
could possibly have filmed on.
yeah.
But to go back to the point of Purple Rain, like, yeah, not only was that shot in real location, like, all of the songs were actually live performed. Like, they shot that over, like, the course of, like, 3 performances. Like, they just took the best parts of... I mean, that was, like, real, actual... Like, there was an
Yeah,
real,
Okay,
real,
that,
real
that
concert
makes
going
sense
on.
because it, like, that is one thing that is drastically different. Well, another thing that's drastically different from Purple Rain to this is that the Purple Rain, everything, like, all the performances are way, like, all the musical performances are way better.
Yeah. Well,
And more...
The thing that's always, like, irked people for years is, like, they took the audio from a different performance than what's on the soundtrack. Like, soundtrack is... almost every track is a different one. Because, like I said, they recorded several nights in a row, and they just used the best video/audio for the movie, but what's on the album is totally different than what you hear in the movie.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, same songs, but...
I can't wait to listen to this soundtrack to see if
No.
they're the same.
No,
Don't do that.
you don't need to bother.
I pay for Apple Music.
Oh, is it an Apple Music?
Maybe no, actually no.
Oh, yeah,
that's
it's
right. Prince pulled all of his
yeah,
streaming.
fuck
Yeah.
them.
Well,
Yeah, apparently he's on Tidal. I don't know.
yeah, it's some one thing that I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's on his own thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
But
he's
so
totally
anyway,
on his
back
own
to this. So yes, Aura.
He has visions of her where it doesn't. We're not quite sure if she's real or not.
Yeah, we don't-
We find out later that she is, but
she?
the way she drifts in and out.
She pops in and out of this. I mean, she literally fades in and out of this movie, and
She said she belongs to Jesus.
Yeah,
and
but,
she's always looking at Jesus.
But she physically
Well, she-
interacts with people in this movie.
She
like,
does.
Like the way she's presented early on,
yeah,
she's like a ghost.
yeah. See, there's this weird undercurrent in this entire movie that like Morris Day is kind of yelling at Prince about spirituality, like something about his music is like no one wants to hear that, and Prince just wants to sing about it. But
And all
Prince
of his
doesn't give a fuck about spirituality.
but all
either.
of his songs are
No, this was the beginning of the decline into
Yeah.
his crazy Jehovah's Witness days.
well,
Yeah, all of
but
his
he also
songs-
wants to fuck.
Yeah,
all of his
I know.
song titles were
I know.
I know, and like,
Jesus-y.
yeah, but like the angel wants to fuck too.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's the power of Prince.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's give Prince credit here. He's way less rapey in this movie than he was in Purple Rain.
99% less rapey.
Reined it in.
Yes.
Reined in the rapiness.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prince.
Prince, for not making us uncomfortable watching this movie.
When was he rapey in the first one? Morris Day was.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
slappy and grabby
He was a little
and
slap.
forceful.
All right.
And
There's the one. All right. Are you talking about the when he saves her and then drives off into the underpass on the motorcycle? Is that the scene in question?
probably they've seen it
Yes.
more recently than I
Yeah.
have.
Okay. Is that that's the one where he's like starts to almost hit her again and
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
and it pulls back. Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. He's.
There-
I mean,
there's also a lot of just like, I'm Prince, so you're going to kiss me now type stuff going on.
yeah, because like in the middle of this thing, at some point when she becomes a real live girl,
I just want to backtrack. Our theory on this so far is
Yes.
she's a mythical.
She's a muse.
She's either
She's
muse,
supposed to
an
be his
angel,
muse.
or something
Yes.
that lives
Yeah.
in a bridge,
under a bridge,
graffiti bridge,
writing poetry.
writing poetry,
Yes.
and mind talking to God.
Yes, she mind
Sure.
talks to a lot of people.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
but Morris Day somehow like claims her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he sees her in the club
She's
one
my
night.
Stella. Whatever that means. I'm not sure.
Sees her in
Somebody
the
help
club
me.
and then goes out
Streetcar
to
named
Graffiti
Fire?
Bridge to claim her by
Yeah.
asking her name.
Here's a pro tip for you. If you're gonna go hit on a girl at a place with a stone bridge, don't wear your fancy ass Stacey Adams with the leather soles, because otherwise you're gonna slip and slide and fall all over yourself trying to walk up the bridge.
Which he does.
Yes.
Yeah. But he's like, hey, what's your name? And she's like,
Aura.
Aura. It's like, oh, that's a lovely name. Where'd you get that ass?
The best line
Yep.
of the movie.
Yeah. And she's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what she said after that because we were laughing so hard.
Yeah.
But it works, apparently, because she's like,
I
let's
have
go to the
I have
club.
seen-
I have the.
Go for it.
She said, same place you got your manners. And Morris Day says, Jerome, where'd I get my manners? And Jerome said, same place you got that ass. Morris Day says, and where was that? And Jerome said, Mama. And Morris Day said, that's right, baby, yo mama. Good
Oh,
job.
I'm sorry, we missed all
Tight
that.
ass dialogue. Next, you can find me at the Globe Theater doing.
But yeah, so, I mean, they go back to the club.
And this is a consistent thing between Purple Rain and this movie, because he does kind of the same thing to Apollonia, where
Right.
he's just like, I'm cheesy, what the fuck ever,
Yeah.
but it works.
yeah.
And it does the same way, where it's like, really?
But like in this, she and Prince have barely even looked at each other. They've had maybe eye contact, but they haven't established any kind of anything. This is just basically like, I'm Morris Day, she's pretty, I'm gonna go talk to her. The movie is telling you that she's gonna end up with Prince, but the movie has also not done that yet. So she goes to Morris Day's club, and they proceed to do this very strange musical number. Kind of like a Meatloaf ballad where everyone's singing to one another, and then somehow she ends up roofied and then
Well, not before joining in the song that she's never heard before.
right. I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they all join in on this song, which is all basically about
Yeah.
they're just going to keep licking her.
And yeah, and let's keep in mind this is about the 9th or 10th song so far, because
Sure.
this is not like Purple Rain where it's like, all right, now we're on stage playing.
Yeah.
This is wherever you are, a song might break out, because this is a straight up musical.
Yeah, but this is the first instance. This is the
Yeah.
first instance the movie breaks out and becomes a musical, not just a stage performance. Because
Yeah.
the song starts as a stage performance, but then they're singing it at the table, and then everyone's fucking singing it.
Right.
But yeah, Morris Day and his buddy
Yeah.
are like, we're gonna, we're gonna go family style on you. Let's go.
Yeah, basically the song devolves into like they're singing different parts of this like make love song, but they're both singing it while she's in the middle, and it's just like,
Yeah.
huh.
They're singing the terrible things to her, and
Right.
she is thinking her answers.
Yeah, as she's losing consciousness.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they...
And as you said, are they about to make an Eiffel Tower? And
Yeah, they are totally singing about Eiffel Towering her.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
And this is when Morris Day kind of shows his colors like he was in Purple Rain, because they're like, we're probably going to have sex with her while she's unconscious.
Well, yeah, he's kind of... He's like, no, I'm going to wait till morning, because the first face she sees when she wakes up, she'll fall in love with.
Yeah, suddenly it's become a magical
Did he give her
potion.
a magic spell? Like,
Some- yes, some sort of conjuring.
was there a sorcerer involved that I missed?
Could have been. But yeah, he acts like, no, leave her alone, because
Yeah.
when she wakes up in the morning, she'll fall in love with the first person she sees.
Yeah.
well, all of his stuff is monograms. His Morris Day is
Yes.
monogrammed MD. So
Maybe he's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
That
Yes.
clearly...
He's Dr.
Yeah.
Feelgood.
He's
Well-
at least he's some sort of alchemist.
yeah, that makes sense.
And how this has gone also is Prince has followed them
Yes.
in his motorcycle from Purple Rain.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Well, he's had this movie. It's not like he just suddenly shot from 1984, 6 years into the future.
Right,
I'm Prince.
yeah. Yeah. So he's creeping around in their house in the dark.
And
Like
he literally
cartoony
blows-
tiptoeing through the house.
Like he literally just appears in frame to blow out a candle.
Yes. And then, so very clearly Prince grabs her and they leave.
Before we jump to like that, I want to point out, because like there as many times there are interludes of not actually happening, but I mean they are happening in the movie, but they're not happening in the logical story world of the movie.
Okay.
Because there's an interlude in this where suddenly Prince is in like a spotlight doing some kind of weird like Ren Fair dance.
It breaks into a music video.
Yeah,
straight up.
Well, it breaks into like it's somewhere between a Ren Fair and a Madonna video. I don't know what he's doing.
It's like cheap Vegas stage magic is
Yeah.
what he's doing, because while he's chasing them on his motorcycle, he is also performing in an
Right.
alley in a spotlight.
about like how do I stop this rape?
Yeah, kind of like that.
But he's also got more people, because like they do that like, oh, it's one person and oh look, there's like 6 people behind him, and
it's the
all very short people.
weirdest themed music video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he sneaks in, blows out the candle, sneaks her away, and then it becomes this.
There's a black screen. Keep
Yes,
in mind.
like nothing,
All
like
sound
no
effects.
shadow or anything. It's just complete blackness, and Morris Day and his buddy are just like,
It's Jerome. The man's name is Jerome.
oh, fine, Jerome, whatever. But they're just like, come on, let's just go ahead and do this. And then there's sounds of things happening, and then
Yeah.
it's like
Them
oh,
making out, and then
she's got a hairy chest,
yeah.
and then lights come on,
Gay panic.
and they are frightened on each side of this giant couch, looking at each other, while Morris Day is kind of trying not to throw up.
Yeah, he's dry heaving.
He's driving, but then Jerome is like kind of like doing this, and he eventually just passes out, eyes wide open though. Like
Yeah.
he just slumps over.
It's
It's totally dumb, but like I don't know. It's amusing because it's
Here's
like
the thing about Morris Day.
it's like that's what you get.
Yeah.
Kind of amusing.
Right.
Morris Day sells everything he does in this movie.
Yes.
There's a gleeful cheesiness to him.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, for someone who's supposed to be a horrible villain,
Yeah.
he is the most charismatic person in the
Yes.
film.
He's a cartoonish, like he's a Snidely Whiplash kind of villain. Like,
Yeah.
But
He also like everything is delivered in a cadence of like a well recited speech.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I just think that's what works is for him to be a villain in both movies is like at multiple opportunities they point how inept he is at practically everything
Yeah.
except for performing.
Yeah.
At least in the first movie, he
I
performs
don't know
well.
why he just doesn't say, like, hey, let's just do our own things in our own clubs and make a ton of fucking money.
Because he wants all the money.
Well, wasn't
He wants to.
wasn't
can't-
his thing that Prince just wasn't
Well-
as good? So he's like, I'm gonna have my club. It's all gonna be my club, and it's gonna be great.
There's not that much more stay to go around.
I think it all comes back to Purple Rain near the end
Oh.
when he's standing in the hallway looking downtrodden because he knows in his heart that Prince is better.
Yeah.
And then Prince goes out and plays Purple Rain, and the crowd starts crying. And
Yes. Which is kind of sort of what happens at the end of this movie, too.
kind of.
But like there was a scene earlier when he's like threatening Prince, like your music sucks and this is no good anymore and you need to get the fuck out, where he pees on a plant because he says this plant is thirsty, and then he sets the plant on fire.
well, after going through the ABCs until he gets to P.
Yeah. He just starts reciting the ABCs,
Yep.
and Prince's keyboardist starts playing along while he's doing it. Like, what are you doing? He might be threatening you. Why are you joining in on this? And then, yeah, he pees on the plant, and Jerome looks on, but then doesn't, and then he sets the plant on fire. And Prince is like,
With
oh,
his
you.
flammable P.
Prince is literally
Yeah.
sitting there like, oh, you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you rapscallion, Morris Day.
He set my plant on fire. Golly.
No. But, God.
And
So,
that's,
yeah, so Prince takes her home.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's avoided the gay panic and taken
Yes.
taken the muse home.
takes her home.
Puts her to bed.
Yeah.
And then falls asleep at the end of the bed.
But
But then before she wakes up, crawls on top of her and is like an inch from her face when she wakes
So
up.
that
yeah, but hold on.
he's the first thing that she sees.
Right, but before that,
So
like
she doesn't fall in love with the ceiling or something.
he tucks her into bed, and then the film does like the the Wayne's World diddle diddle thing on her. Like she's having this dream, and what follows is yet another song where she and Prince are kind of groping each other the entire time.
Yeah, they do like some like. I mean, honestly, it's like straight out of like Lambada, the 1990s dance.
Yeah.
And,
Also from 1990.
right. That's what I mean. It's literally not the 1990s, just
Right.
1990s dance.
Right.
But like they take several opportunities to do that, like this somewhere between a tango and a lambada.
Yeah. So
Which is
there-
like it's like lambada, with like here, let me grab you in the crotch and lift you up. Like it's
Here, let me grab you in the crotch.
I remember that song.
yeah, that song was
Pretty
great.
good. That was a big hit.
It is.
back in
hey,
1990.
Macarena. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's original lyrics.
Yeah. But then, like, okay, that music video ends, and then Prince wakes up at the foot of her bed and just cat crawls over onto her.
Well, doesn't he have a moment where he's like going to touch the booby? Oh, I can't touch the booby.
That's during her
oh, is it?
dream.
Oh, that's her dream. Okay.
Which is really weird. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, her dreams are no means no.
Yeah. Which is good.
It does.
She needs to adopt that policy because all these people are cannot be trusted.
Yeah, so like they wake up and like immediately they're in love. Like
Yeah, well,
he wakes her up and
the
like,
magic spell worked.
and he starts playing Hangman with her immediately.
Yeah.
He won't speak.
He won't speak. And he draws out Hangman and does the shitbird rules, which is like draw the arms for one letter and both legs for one letter. Which, come on, you're an asshole.
Well,
to do
she
that.
also is playing the shitbird.
Sure, because she's going
Version
A,
B.
B,
Yeah.
C. It's like,
and,
no.
and as Mackie said, RSTLNE.
Yeah. Bitch, watch Wheel of Fortune. Come on. This stuff's elementary now.
And then when you run out of those, CMDO.
yeah.
Right.
God,
Yeah, Command O.
it's so
Yeah.
basic. God damn it.
But
Open
after she
motherfucker.
loses,
That's how you open up a
Right.
correct document.
But after she loses, he writes in the answer and it says mine.
It is. And he just goes,
Yeah.
So this is how we know it's the same character
Yeah.
from
Right.
Purple Rain
It's like,
because
I've
he's a
claimed you.
possessive asshole.
yeah,
Yes.
you gotta, establish dominance through the game of Hangman.
Yes. You belong to me now. And okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I wanted to address I don't besides not really knowing who or what she is. I'm going to go with Muse, even though she has a magic Forrest Gump feather, which makes me think maybe she's an angel. Except for the fact that she kind of dies at the end. I don't know, but I don't know what
Spoilers.
her agenda is.
Yeah, because sometimes she looks just really disappointed when he's performing a song or whatever.
But I don't know why she keeps going to Morris Day.
Shitty songs.
It seems like she wants something from Morris Day. Is
Like she's trying to fix him because she says later
think
she's
that-
like, I can make him better at any cost.
There's good in him. It's weird. It's like they almost I hate to keep going back to Purple Rain, but like there's that moment where I mean Morris Day is a shitbird in that movie.
Yeah.
And there's that moment towards the end of the movie when he makes fun of Prince's dad shooting himself.
Yeah.
That he has the like I'm a fucking shitbird moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, it felt like they were trying to flesh that out into a whole story where like he can be saved. There's good in him. I
But
sense
he
it.
never has that.
He never
in this
has that
one
in this
at
one.
all.
Right. No, he doesn't. Like
No.
the best you can have is like, well, distract him with sex and he won't try to kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's really like the best you get in this. But that seems to be what her byline, her subplot with him is.
Mm-hmm.
But with Prince, it's like I think she's just trying to unlock the sensitive artist back. She's trying to get him back to that like, hey, stop being so up your own ass, and also you can be up your own ass, but also make music that people like, and how that happens at the end of the Purple Rain.
They almost kind of have a conversation where he's like, I'm just no fucking good, and she's like, yeah, you are. And that's basically the whole crux of her relationship with him is just basically he's a self-loathing asshole about himself and his music and everything, and she's just like, you're pretty good. You maybe cheer up
and did it right.
Yeah.
maybe do some different things. Maybe try a different sound, and maybe write out your songs on a wall. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
And that is kind of what happens. He just kind of changes his sound, and isn't sad.
Mm-hmm.
And
And is that when he goes and challenges Morris Day to
Yeah.
To a battle.
he just
To a battle.
pops in like they're having a conversation, and he's just like, woohoo!
That would be the best. I'm gonna go replace my doorbell right now. Oh, Prince is here.
And he's just like, look, you want the club? Let's have a song off for it. And Morris Day, man, they all surround him and just go to this like 5-minute taunt sequence where they're actually aping the musical stings that are happening. Like whenever
Yeah.
someone says something and they punctuate it with an organ sting or something, the people in the crowd are actually doing it too.
Why aren't they doing like a wonk wonk?
Yeah. So they're basically like, yeah, we'll fucking take you on because you suck. Your music is
first
terrible.
Morris Day is just like, get out of here, and he's like, well, you don't want to take me on because I'll trade the club.
Yeah.
Club for club. The other one leaves, and he's like, oh, well, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
sure then, fine.
And he also makes fun of Prince's mom. Like,
He does.
he's like, don't you wish your mom
Because-
was out of that asylum?
Yeah, all right,
She gives
so-
great back rubs.
All right, so the thing is, like Purple Rain, yeah, his dad shoots himself, but it's also kind of ambiguous whether he lives or not because he's still alive on the gurney when they're wheeling him away. Like he kind of fucked up shooting himself or something. Anyway, but in this fiction, he's dead.
Yeah.
He died shortly thereafter. Mom went in the funny farm, so his mom went crazy. She went nuts.
Yeah.
Did they say that he died, or did they say that he just left?
I think they
he's
just
dead.
said,
He's dead because there's one point where he's writing the fictional letters to
That's
his
right,
dad.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, if he came back, that'd be really weird. So
That's
it's,
right,
it's
yeah,
implied
he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Which probably drove his mom crazy.
Right.
Fair enough.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Morris Day just doubles down on being just a complete dick when Prince is giving him an out. Because if Morris Day thinks he's better, he's just like, yeah, sure, let's do this. But he doubles down on being a jerk to Prince, and Prince
Yeah.
sort of gets all upset. And so Morris Day, they set up the club, and they just this face-off never really seems to occur because like Morris Day just performs a song in his club.
Which is
Like-
not good.
They set the stage on fire, which I think is supposed to boost the performance, but it's not a great
Yeah, it's like when
song.
you
I thought
lift
the
the
song was
guitar in Rock Band and you do
Yeah,
the
None of the
overdrive
songs
thing.
in this are good. I mean, the Tevin Campbell song is the only one I would even remotely put near the word good.
And it's probably the only one you'll recognize
Yeah.
because it actually
Yeah.
made the top 10 or
Yeah.
whatever. But,
But this one, like I said, my only argument for it is I thought it was okay. It's the only one that to me sounded a little bit like a Morris Day in the Time song. The other ones were just like so effects heavy. It just like
Yeah.
it could have been
Yeah.
anybody / anything.
And it's still not like
but like
still
I said,
not a good
No,
Morris Day
no.
and the Time
Yeah.
song.
But they do
There
the
are
song. Yeah, they do the song. Morris Day is like, "Fuck yeah, we're awesome." Mm-hmm. And then
It's pretty like I actually like it's all right. It's sorry. I just had to jump in and interrupt, and I wasn't ready with my thought.
Okay.
But like it's more of a Morris Day song, but I think it's less entertaining than the other songs.
Yes.
It's kind of the most bland of all the songs that he's done up
Yeah.
to this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, that was rad.
yeah, we rocked
I'm
it
great.
out.
We're so good.
Right.
We're gonna win. We have won already, at least."
Yeah, and then stuff outside starts exploding.
Yeah, because Prince's minions have put little flash pots around.
Right.
Yeah, because we should also
Prinions.
mention that
Your dukes,
that
earls, or something.
Morris Day's dudes broke into Prince's club and smashed all their equipment.
Right.
But not really. But it didn't work.
They apparently
It was-
had backup
It was like
equipment?
the bomb. It went
smashed-
off, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, they smashed the stage equipment. He apparently had some portable stuff.
That's why they went outside.
That's why they
is
went
brought all the
outside.
portable shit
So
out.
they set off the explosions to distract the audience, and then he does a song that's fucking terrible, just the worst. Like, if that had been the moment where it's like Prince wins, I would have been like, no, he doesn't. That was terrible.
Yeah, and it's weird what happens because like they finish the song and Prince is like wearing his unitard thing and getting in people's faces, but the crowd seems into it. Like they seem to be enjoying it, and then Morris Day's like, "You better bring an army if you're going to take me on." That sucked.
Yeah.
And then everyone like files back into Morris Day's club, and it's like, wait, I thought they were all cool with what was happening out there.
Well, the weird thing is that they never really show like close-ups of audience people watching Prince's performance. What they keep showing are Morris Day's minions who are bored as fuck during the song. One of them's
Yeah.
playing a Game Boy.
Yeah,
Like I give no shits about what Prince is doing in the street right now. So they never show like people appreciating this. So you think this is the moment that Prince is like, I just fucking whooped your ass in this song battle.
because you see the people like in the long shots. You
Yeah.
kind of see them like into it.
Yeah. But they never show anybody, like super up close. And no.
Yeah, he just basically
Yeah.
declares himself the winner, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
done here.
Yeah.
Until like everyone's getting dejected, Prince goes back to his club, goes back into his sensitive
Yeah.
Well, actually
the
goes.
one guy who wanted to rap and Prince never would let him because
Right.
that has to continue over from Purple Rain, where it's like, yeah, I hate my bandmates too.
Yeah.
Well, this
But,
guy
yeah.
I think was just a guy. I don't even
I
think
don't
he's
know.
part of his band.
But
He was
either
hanging out
way,
in the
he's
club.
like collecting his records, and he's like, oh well,
he's the potential rap guy is collecting his record. Prince
potential
is,
rap guy.
Yeah, potential rap guy. It could happen.
His career's blowing up. Potential rap guy.
He's right before Compton. He's not straight out of it yet. He's just right there on the cusp.
He'll be there in a day
Yeah,
or two.
a day or two.
Soon to arrive.
Just waiting
in
on the
Compton.
train. Yeah.
Straight on the way to Compton.
A couple exits south of Compton.
Yeah.
Missed my
He's,
turn.
he's,
to
on, he's on the 405. He's about to turn. Shit. What was I going? Oh, Prince goes and loads up his gun.
Yeah.
like-
Oh
he's
yeah,
like-
Prince is
yeah.
like, I'll just.
He's like, fuck this. Maybe I am like my father. And, so,
Too
Yeah.
bold.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And then he just goes to Graffiti Bridge and is just standing there. And then
Fucking graffiti.
he like looks under the bridge and sees like, oh, she lives here. That's weird.
Do you want to see where I make my music?
Yeah.
It's in this heap of trash underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm a troll. But then he's
Answer
just,
me these
Is
questions.
that when she gives him music and is like, listen, you could still be good?
I just think he hears her in his head and he just decides not to do anything with the gun. Like this is maybe 30 seconds. It's just
Okay. Well, when is the point where she kind of gives him like her poems and says like, this one's a winner? Or
they drove there at one point and
Okay.
and had a Graffiti Bridge date.
Okay.
So that's when that happened.
A grid date.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All of this, like, he's like, okay, maybe I won't kill myself. I'll just, like, go close the club down like a man.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's this weird, like, I don't know, I guess because they had more people in this movie and they kind of were forgetting about him for a while. What's-Her-Face comes out and sings a song in the most inappropriate time of the movie. Like, it's just, like, it's the wrong time for this song. Like,
yeah, it's when Melody Cool.
Yeah, Melody Cool, who's
Mavis Staples.
Mavis
Right,
Staples comes
but-
out and
Morris Day has drafted a letter
uh-huh.
to I don't know who, and it's not very legally binding, but basically it just says all these clubs are mine. Give me all the money.
That's
Now-
another thing that was messing with my head about the how there, you say there's more than 3 clubs because
Yeah.
on the letter it clearly stated I'm taking ownership of obviously my club, Prince's club, and George's club,
Yep, and
or was Melody Cool's club?
Melody
in there,
Cool's,
too? Okay.
yeah, so-
he's taking over the 3 other clubs
Right.
somehow by Prince losing.
yeah,
I
and
don't know.
He said something at the beginning, like if I can get Glam Slam, if I can get that glitter egg combination, I will get the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because they'll have no, like, I'll have so much power that they'll have no choice but to.
Yeah.
But Melody Cool says no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they go to serve her like these-
Melody Cool.
Well, yeah, well, like, all right, so George Clinton, who were like, oh, yeah, he was in this movie and sang that one song that didn't sound anything like him, and he's, like, signing the thing.
yeah.
And
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, and then, like, Prince is like, wait, George, don't do it. And he's just like, nah.
No, whatever.
Like,
Yeah,
I'd
and-
rather go back to being in a band that sounds remotely like me, so.
Yeah.
cool.
And did she sign the thing after singing the song,
No.
or what happened?
No, because what happens is the car
Prince,
accident.
Yeah, because Prince stops the song by telling George Clinton not to sign the thing.
That's when the song stops, and that's
Yeah.
when one of the dudes has just run off to his Jurassic Park Jeep.
I don't get it. Yeah, he's like, he's
He's
just got
George
the,
Clinton's one of the. He's one of the.
Oh,
but
is that
he's-
what he is?
Funkadelians.
Because it doesn't make any sense. It's like he just
He's
he's
with
part of
them,
the
and
band. Okay,
Yeah, I think he
But,
runs
like,
out and he's so
grabs,
distraught.
Yeah, he grabs the letter and just drives off in this, like, in a Jeep, and like Aura is just standing there and like this
completely
guy's like
obliterated.
the alley.
like
Yeah.
yeah. So she gets hit by a car.
yeah.
Yep.
GTA
Killed.
motherfucker.
The ambulance from 1990s. The ambulance shows up.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah. Takes her away.
Takes her away, and
No one
and-
gives a
and-
fuck about her after that.
Nope. She gets the diabetes testing, and
Yep.
we're done with her.
Yep.
She's gone. And Prince goes back to his club.
So this was actually a prequel to the ambulance, I believe. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
what this is.
probably.
It's possibly a sequel to Purple Rain, but definitely a prequel to the ambulance.
Yeah. Like this ambulance just rolled up. It's like, wow, we could just take someone. No one
So-
gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, like,
Graffiti
they're
bridge
And
like-
to the
like Morris- all right, Morris Day has a-
troubled ambulance. Sorry,
yeah. What?
nothing. Don't worry about me.
All right.
I'm just off in my own little shitty world.
All right. So Morris Day all of a sudden has a float. I don't know why.
All right. They're all
He's ready for
standing there.
I think he's ready to celebrate his uniting of the clubs.
he's got,
no idea.
he's got a time-themed float.
Like the music becomes sad, and
AV
everyone's
time.
like, "Oh, that lady person, Muse Angel died. We're all kind of sad now." And someone hands Prince a bucket of blue paint, and he throws it over the graffiti on the wall that was "The time is now" or something, whatever it is. What time is it?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. Like he just kind of goes to Prince and shakes hands, and they're like, "Nah, we're friends now."
Well,
like
Well,
Prince-
Prince
friend-
plays his gospel song
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Prince
well,
goes
he,
in-
oh, that's right. He walks in on like
And,
them
like,
performing one last
yeah,
song.
and like
Yeah.
the people from Mavis's club and
Everyone has slowly walked into the Glam Slam while Prince is performing his soulful, sad song in front of this fucking centaur lady, snake, naked blue lady, avatar
Yeah.
person. I don't know, but man, it is just the hottest oil painting in the history of oil painting since Dogs Playing Poker. And if he doesn't have that over a giant fireplace in one of his mansions, I will be sorely disappointed.
he does.
It's the kind of art that you spray paint on a van.
Yes, exactly.
Or
I
on
hope
the
it's
hood of like a 64.
I hope it's in the foyer of Paisley Park. I just like you walk
Yeah.
in and it's just oh my god, there it is. It's
Yes.
graffiti
Angel
bridge.
centaur lady
Yeah.
thing.
There it is, right there.
But he just
amazing.
He just performs this song, and everyone's like, "Oh!" And then Morris Day comes in, and they shake hands.
Yeah, we need to get Kevin Smith on the phone. He's been there. We need to find someone who who's been there. I need confirmation that painting exists somewhere.
Yeah, there are a handful of people who could answer that
Yeah.
question, but let's not tweet them.
No,
No, you can't.
I'll
Well,
write-
we can find some.
I
that
will
are
have
write
to
him-
wield our power.
I will write him
properly.
old school
Okay,
parchment.
Yes, parchment, telegram.
To you, good sir, Kevin Smythe of the New Jersey Smythes. Good sir,
Dear Kevin.
why'd you tell me about the centaur lady in Paisley Park from Graffiti Bridge with the candlestick?
Yeah,
But yes, no, like they play the song, and Morris Day has a change of heart by everyone basically going,
It's like,
"Oh,
damn, that girl that we both wanted to bone died. That
Yeah.
sucks for both
Well,
of us.
basically, everyone has to tell
I
Morris Day,
understand
like,
you now.
man, Morris Day, why don't you just give him the club? And he's like, all right.
Oh, wee.
Okay.
let's shake hands. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
Then there's a song about Graffiti Bridge.
Well, dude who wanted to rap gets to rap as the
Yeah.
credits roll, and then there's some kind of extra footage, outtakey kind of stuff, and
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, of everyone spray painting Morris
Yeah.
Day's float,
Yeah.
and then him
Yeah.
getting pissed. And
yeah, and then a terrible song, the titular terrible song, Graffiti Bridge plays.
We'll go with eponymous.
Okay, all right.
yeah,
Eponymous.
I like
it's not.
titular.
I'm not giving it a Stargrove.
Nah.
Yeah, no. There's no description of anything happening in this movie.
Because they never like the Graffiti Bridge part of this whole movie never means anything.
No.
Which apparently is a real place. So why they didn't just film at the real place?
I think it was gone by then. I thought I remember they tore that down at some point.
Okay.
So
they had an excuse to build a...
because I think they go to that bridge in Purple Rain. I think that they hang out there at some point.
I don't think that bridge was
Graffiti Bridge?
Yeah.
No, they hang out on a bridge, but not.
No,
Graffiti
there
Bridge.
was an actual
Graffiti Bridge
in
is
Minnesota.
Is like
Like
the
in
size of this room.
Minneapolis.
This wasn't though.
All
I'm saying-
No, yeah, the one in the
The
movie,
graffiti bridge in the room.
obviously.
Well, okay, maybe
I'm saying
maybe
there
they're
was
at
a
the
real
actual.
one.
That's what I'm
graffiti
saying.
bridge.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well,
But-
I'm just pointing out that this was in no way real.
Oh, I know.
This place, this thing.
No, it's real.
Yeah.
It is just down the stream from the Rainbow Connection.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say.
I understand what a stage set looks like.
5 seconds later, it was fucking Phenomena there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Phenomena.
yeah, that's Graffiti Bridge,
It sure
the
is.
sequel to Purple Rain.
Totally. Yep.
All right. I say we rate this thing now. So
Yes,
we can be done with it.
do.
3 bags. 3 bags.
3 bags.
I went up. I went up a little bit because Morris Day is kind of fun,
Wow.
but that's it.
Surprising.
Yeah, that's it. I do not want to watch this again. We won't even get into the gender politics of this movie, and that everyone presented is kind of not presented in a good light at all, because we didn't even get into Morris Day's girlfriend, on-off girlfriend,
Right.
throughout, which
Yeah.
is just a horrible, horrible character.
Yeah. Who's also supposed to be Billy from the first one's daughter. Or something.
Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's bad. It's 3 bags. It's bad.
All right.
I would like to rate both Purple Rain and
dear.
Graffiti Bridge, and I would give were I allowed to rate Purple Rain on the BMFcast rating scale, I would give it 1, maybe 2 jocks, because the music is awesome.
Yep.
And there's some real Princey Prince stuff in there. This, however, even despite Morris Day being one of the finer villains in the world, and the fire stage from later in the movie, it's I don't know if I can quite give it 3 bags, but it's at least 2. At least.
Graffiti Bridge?
Yes, Graffiti Bridge.
That high?
2
I'm
bags?
surprised.
Yeah, at least 2.
I know.
I'm not
I was
aggressively angry at this movie.
I expected this to be like well closer to the 5 bag range for you.
I
seem
really
very
didn't,
angry by this movie.
I really didn't like it, but like I'm kind of numb after talking about it for this long, so I'm just like,
I know. That's
2 bags, whatever.
I'm done.
All right.
You want my rating?
It's
It's easy. I'm shocked because apparently I'm the Purple Rain
4
apologist. No. I give 4 bags to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Jesus. This was not good. Like this undermines anything like in my defense. Like this weakens any argument I can make about Purple Rain being an actual movie because like this exists. I mean, this honestly this hurts me to my core.
I disagree with that because I think this makes Purple Rain look phenomenally better than this
Okay,
movie because there is not a single memorable song in this, and there are twice as many songs in this,
Yep.
and all of them suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
No, I mean like
You know what? I think I am going to give it 3.
All right. Fair.
Yes, I just talked him into an extra
Well,
bag.
I'm surprised I'm the low one on this, but I mean, like if there's a weak song in Purple Rain, it's Computer Blue, and it's not a bad song, but it's the weak one everyone could point to on that soundtrack because the other one is almost like a greatest hits album of Prince songs, right? But
Which one is Computer Blue? I don't.
Exactly.
yeah, okay.
All
It's the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's the one they play about midway through the movie. It's very Wendy and Lisa heavy. Anyway, but I'm saying
Okay.
like this is a very like this is like an entire soundtrack of Computer Blue worse. I mean, it's just like you take the least memorable song of Purple Rain, which is still okay, and it's still
well,
just
that's
like
the thing.
it's
Like
a whole soundtrack.
you're
of
making
that.
a sequel to Purple Rain. Fucking bring it, Prince.
Yeah. That's
like
what-
you make
Yeah.
like your next album had a bunch of hits on it that were good songs. What the fuck were you doing?
I don't know. And like I said, all right, so I'm not going to try to get too deep into my Prince history, but like this is weird because I know he eventually went to, whatever, like he was like went to like the crazy Jehovah's Witness place, but it was like Prince's version of Jehovah's Witness because like he kind of like for a while there he was like, oh no, I'm not doing any more songs about sex. You know, and I'm also like, he talked about George Lucasing some of his old stuff.
Yeah.
I think at one point in time, people were like, no, you can't. Number one, it's Warner Brothers, and number two, you can't because,
Yeah.
you know, but like,
Because if you do, we will literally kill you.
right. So, I mean, like that was things that I
Don't
think
take Prince away
that
from
were
us,
going on.
Prince.
And it's like, I didn't know this seed started this early. Like, I didn't know 1990 was like the beginning of that. Because like, there is like some weird spiritual undertones in this, but then like his next album is fucking like, Cream
it has
and
Get Off.
yeah, Get
on
Off,
it.
and he did Sexy Motherfucker after that.
Yeah.
After this movie, I'm just saying, like, this is like a very strange time. Like this, all this, like, I don't know. I think it's like
Maybe
the
this was
1989 Batman soundtrack was like the beginning of the weirdness of Prince.
This
I
was,
think. But you're right. That's like that one anomalous album, what 93 or 94 or whatever.
so maybe this was like him at the beginning, like he's sort of, God, I hate to actually try to analyze this, but maybe he's sort of struggling with the religion that he feels that he's supposed to be
I don't know.
like
Dude's
leaning
crazy.
towards.
I'm not trying.
And
to
then he's like, no, fuck that, I'm Prince, I'm gonna make just this nasty shit. And then he goes off and does actual crazy. And he's
yeah.
don't
Like I
know
said,
how
I
to-
just
I
didn't
don't
know.
know how
I
to
didn't know
describe
that.
that.
I didn't know this path began as early as Graffiti Bridge because I'd never seen this. Seen Purple Rain 50 times. I'd never seen Graffiti Bridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chuck, we are neglecting your rating.
No,
please.
it's fine. This might just be because I'm on a shitload of allergy medicine, but I'm giving this 1 jocks.
it's because you're on a shitload of allergy medicine.
I knew it.
I had a good time watching this movie. Like, its badness
You put a
was,
question mark at the end of that.
its,
So
its
I'm-
badness was entertaining
So
to me.
you would watch it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
Then yeah, then it's.
I wouldn't
then
put it-
Then it can fall in the jocks.
I would
category.
put Purple Rain on as background music. Like, I would put the Blu-ray in and have it play and just listen to it. I would not do that with Graffiti Bridge. But I would sit down at some point and go, man, fucking look at this.
It has a very train wrecky quality to it.
It does, but, you know, I mean, it is not... For someone who was probably in way over his head by starring, writing, directing, and...
Yeah, but you've done it once before. Under Cherry Moon
Right.
happened before this.
Yeah, but I mean, for all of that, it's not... I mean, structurally, it's dumb and bad and doesn't make any sense, but, like, technically, it's kind of okay. Like, the performances are shot well. You know, the camera movements are... I think they are. I think they're... I,
All right,
I
yep.
think they are. I think it's okay. I would watch it again. I had a good time watching it. It made for a lot of jokes, and I like it when we can watch a movie and make a lot of jokes. This wasn't fucking Hardware, where we were all just tearing
Miserable.
our hair out, just like fucking end. This was kind of like that because there were 9 million songs and they all sucked, but I thought it was all right. Whatever. I'm high. Leave me alone.
Apparently.
yeah.
I think I could get high as shit and watch this again.
Let's do it.
Oh.
How about we just watch the first 10 minutes of Purple Rain over and over?
Okay,
It's
let's go
so
do that.
fucking good.
That would be better. But like if somebody said to me, you have no choice. We're going to watch Graffiti Bridge, and you can't go anywhere else right now. You can't do anything else other than watch this movie.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Then break out the Quaaludes.
give me a shovel full of the marijuanas, please.
I like being able to say what the fuck is happening in this movie. I like when a movie is just so batshit that it's just like, what?
That's Bat Dance. Bat Dance.
Oh, Pat Dance. Sorry.
All right.
Yes, I think it's break time. What the fuck is going on?
What?
You people.
You mean with Chuck?
Yes, with Chuck.
Well, don't say you people if you mean me. Just come right out and say it.
Chuck.
Whatever. Movie's all right. Sorry, I don't love Purple Rain.
But you like Graffiti Bridge.
I don't like Graffiti Bridge. It is a good bad movie.
Here, take this.
You mean an enjoyable bad movie?
Yes, an enjoyable bad movie. 1 to 5
It
jocks,
got
as in
one-
robot
it got
jocks.
1 to 5.
So it got 1.
Bad movie as in stay away.
No, that's a negative sliding scale. 1 to 5 bags. As in douchebags after Twilight.
Yes.
I've heard that before. Man. This does make Purple Rain seem better. It really does.
I don't know.
But then again, I think Purple Rain is just like my mind is already erasing that middle and just being like,
I had a better time start to finish watching this because Purple Rain made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it
halfway
does.
through Purple Rain, I turned on it. I was like, "Fuck this guy!
Yeah.
He's a walking piece of shit." I don't care if all of his songs are awesome. He is a shitbird. I don't like him.
Yep. But yeah, the biggest problem Purple Rain has is it brings its two best songs, first two songs. Because I don't like the song Purple Rain. I don't think it's that great. And using that as kind of like this is the one that brings them all back. It's kind of like, no, if you're going to do that, When Doves Cry is kind of better for that.
Yeah. But also the thing, too, is that watching that movie, 30, 40 years later, when you've had all that time to listen to that music, whereas at the time it wasn't like all these songs. I mean, you just didn't have that history with that music to where you can just come at it and say, yeah, that song's way better. That's, at the time you're probably like, yeah, all these songs are pretty good. Computer Blues sort of sucks.
Yeah.
So
I acknowledged it.
Yep.
See, that's why I didn't want Wendy and Lisa writing fucking songs. They wrote fucking Computer Blues.
That's right. That's right.
Did they?
No, it's just
I thought they wrote Purple Rain, actually.
They wrote the melody for Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And Purple Rain's a great song. You shut your mouth.
I got 3 movies, but they will be super fast.
See, the other thing that Purple Rain did good about the end is like, yeah, you got Purple Rain where everybody was like crying, but they didn't end on that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They knew what they were doing. Somebody knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody.
I do like that when he's doing, is it Darling Nikki that he's doing in the middle, like where he's writhing around on the stage and going nuts?
That shit is.
And then he just
great.
like, everyone's like going nuts about it, and then he just gets up and runs off the stage and storms out.
Kid, I almost made a kid was in medium rare form joke for fucking Graffiti print.
Yep.
That's why. That's where.
But yeah, but I love like the two songs where Prince brings it the most. He storms off the stage and is like, everybody hates me. I can't play anymore.
Were you talking about Purple Rain or
Yeah,
Graffiti?
Purple Rain.
Well, that's what's weird is like like everyone like fucking turns on Darling Nikki. It's like people fucking love Darling Nikki.
Oh
as a
man,
song.
and that was the fucking like.
That was the most insane performance, too.
Oh, that was fucking like mind erasing performance.
Yeah. And
like,
everyone's like, what the fuck?
And everybody in that club is the stupidest motherfucker on the planet going,
What?
and he's losing his mind up there.
Wait, there was a Vanity 6? Loki? I'm not aware of that.
It was supposed to be.
Was she supposed to be in Purple Rain or something?
Yeah. Vanity was like they shot half the movie with Vanity, right? And then she.
Well, no, it was all scripted with her, but then she dropped out
scripted,
before
okay.
it started.
I
She
think
didn't
one
wanna
of the
get
scenes
naked
had
or
been
something.
shot.
Wait, then
Maybe
she got
one of
completely
the
naked in
scenes-
Stargrove, right?
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay.
I don't know. Actresses.
What you go do? Last Dragon? What year was? When was that? Around then?
Last Dragon was 85.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think she was just focused on her music.
Yeah.
her craft.
She didn't want to be part of Prince's vanity project. Thank you. Luigi number one.
Waluigi should be like the bad joke default sound.
Get on that Waluigi soundboard.
Yeah.
It's just one button. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Waluigi.
Yeah, it wasn't discussed in the plots, in the events of Graffiti Bridge, but I believe Apollonia drowned in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Oh,
It was very tragic.
that is tragic and sad.
Was she purified at that point?
She might have been. I don't know. But
Thank you, Waluigi.
Eh.
Where's Waluigi number one?
Looking for it.
it's the worst character. It's great.
God, he's such a dick. Yeah, he's such a dick. Wario is such a dick.
These are the best.
Well, man, I can just see the guy in the recording booth just going one after another. Just
Please be it. Please be it. Oh, your video sucks, guy.
yep.
Damn it. I just want one little sound clip of Waluigi #1. That's all I want. All right, enough Waluigi. Come on, let's make more podcasts.
Yeah, we got like 50 emails this week, so.
I have 2 movies to talk about. What about you, Chuck?
3 short movies.
Okay.
I got none.
I have none. Sorry.
All
This is way too amusing to me.
Podcast.
Waluigi podcast #1.
We're not #1.
Oh, we are.
Oh, in our minds.
No, on iTunes.
Oh, we're top podcast in iTunes.
Yep.
Yes. Hot podcast.
We're the top podcast
podcast.
name BMFcast on iTunes right now.
Yes, that's true. Okay, podcast.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
We have voicemails. I need to pull up a voicemail, right?
We do have a few.
Okay. I'll get those queued. Give me a second.
Can do that while I'm talking about movies.
Huh? I could.
Yeah.
I have 2 very new movies. How new are your movies?
Eh.
Eh? That's not really a time.
They are from this current decade.
Okay. Mine are from this year.
Okay. Yours are newer.
All right.
Why don't you do yours, then I'll do mine. You pull up voicemails.
Okay.
Okay.
I only see one voicemail. Should I see more? Did somebody erase some voicemails?
We have the one that we saved from last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
nobody started. Okay, that's why.
What?
I've been starring them.
One from 814. There's one from 585 area code.
Yeah,
one
no,
from
I'm found them. They
858.
didn't show up right away. It's fine. It's fine.
One from 908.
Yeah, got it. I see them now.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready. So very ready. Goodbye, Prince. You gonna hit the timer? Do you want to hit the timer?
No. We never timed the second half.
Okay. Well, I thought we might.
Okay,
No.
if you want me to.
Well, I just thought we. It's kind of a total time, isn't it?
Wah.
All right, welcome back.
Hey! BMFcast.
Time for more podcasting.
Ooh.
Hooray.
I bet we're going to do the second half of the podcasting.
I think we will.
Is this the part where we talk about movies and,
I think- yeah.
and listener correspondence?
That's usually what happens. Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite
Sometimes
part.
even television.
Sometimes.
It's weird.
Sometimes.
Man.
Not this
TV
week, though.
We'll do a TV corner one day.
One day.
A year later.
One fine day.
So I watched a couple of movies.
did?
Yeah, they're kind of themed. They're themed in that the time of the year for watching them may be upon us, even for some people here at the table.
Big summer movies.
No, it's coming towards October month,
Oh.
and therefore horror movies.
Oh, cop
I
movies.
watched a pair of horror movies I would like to talk about. I will start with the one that might get your reaction, the bigger reaction first, so that we can, ease it down to the one I really want to talk about. I watched the movie Unfriended because you know me,
Oh.
I somehow become found footage horror movie guru of the BMFcast.
That's true.
Is that the one that takes place all on a laptop?
It is. It is.
How was that?
Well, I sense your not so subtle sarcasm, and actually, the movie's kind of fucking fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not in a completely technical way, but I will defend this movie very much so in that I'm sure it's readily dismissed as that Skype fucking movie or whatever Facebook shit. But as we discussed, Chuck and I did a no pretense of cool episode on horror movies.
Yeah.
And I was kind of bemoaning the influx of the influence of like Japanese horror movies, where suddenly the original American myth, the fable of doing something wrong equals something bad happening to you in horror movies, kind of going out the window, since Japanese horror kind of came in and just said, you know what, bad things can happen to anybody for any reason, so fuck it, nobody's safe. This movie it's a fable. It's about you're going to get comeuppance if you've done something wrong. The way it plays out is interesting. I never would want to see another movie done like this. Like this is a one and done. Like
they burned the gimmick.
Yeah, it's a gimmick in so much that it's a one-time thing. But the way the movie plays out, it doesn't feel like a gimmick at all. And the thing, and it's just very much like it also kind of messes with your expectations. I'm not going to talk about necessarily what happens and where it twists and turns along the way, but it's interesting because it addresses a problem. Because original horror movies, and even going back to original fables like fairy tales and things like that, it was, if kids go wandering off in the woods at night, wolves and shit will probably eat them, so we'll make worse stories about what will happen to you. Ghosts and evil wolves that can talk and will eat your grandmother and you, and witches with candy houses and all this shit. So we'll make this all up so that kids won't go fucking walk in the woods, because that's a problem. So this is an interesting modern take on cyberbullying, and formed into of a horror movie. Like, hey, if you're a shitbird to someone on the internet, awful terrible things are suddenly going to happen to you. And for that, I mean, technical things aside, and kind of watching jittery Skype video for an entire movie can feel old if you're not prepared for it. But like, if you look at it on that, I give it major credit. So I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever, but I applaud it wholeheartedly for being what I think a return to horror movies needs to be.
Is it like that episode of Modern Family that was entirely on FaceTime?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, it's you're essentially watching the entire movie from one of the characters' laptop.
Gotcha.
So Skype is going on practically the entire movie, but she'll pull up Google, she'll jump on Facebook, she's getting Facebook messages, she's getting iMessage things, So you're watching the entire movie from her laptop screen.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like I said, I don't know. Like I said, the movie is not perfect. I just fully give it credit for going back to the original mythos of the horror movie. So the other one I would like to talk about, this movie I absolutely adore.
Okay.
I watched It Follows.
It follows.
So again, premise of the movie, not necessarily all that original. Way the movie is made is fucking masterful. This was such a refreshing movie to watch because it is long, deliberate, slow burn shots. And at no point in time does it really ever become a shit pops out and scares you. I think there's like maybe one jump scare. It's just this long, slow burn. Feels like a throwback to Carpenter era horror movies the whole time. Like, it's just, I mean, like, there were definite shades of Halloween in, like, not only the pacing but like in the music cues. And I just absolutely freaking loved it. I forgave its somewhat trite plot idea for just what I thought was masterful filmmaking. I love this movie from beginning to end. I mean, yeah, I mean, essentially, this isn't spoilery because they get into what the deal is very quickly. The idea is they don't explain or bother to explain, which probably means there's going to be 5 sequels later that will probably try to. What makes it nice is the ambiguity of it. That there is this curse put upon somebody where a creature will follow them at a slow walking, like a walking pace. It will never go faster than a walk, and it will follow them until it kills them, unless they have sex with somebody else and pass it on. So it's basically The Ring, but like you've got to. The thing
But
is
with
like
doing it.
Yeah, but with doing it. Exactly. Well said.
Hey,
so,
you know,
so the movie starts with like somebody romancing a lady. It turns out, like when it's over, it's like
if you like The Ring and doing it, this is the movie for you.
When it's over, he's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry I had to do this to you, but shit's about to get real."
Oh.
And then it's all just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then you experience it from her point of view. Just the way this movie is made, it's so good. I mean, like a fantastic double feature. If you haven't seen either one, watch this movie and watch the movie called The Guest. Those two movies would pair so well together. They have the same actress in them, which is where my mind went to it. But it's weird because they're such they're so very similar in like their kind of throwback nature to the horror movie making. And this exists in such a strange world too, because there's so many things fashion-wise and car-wise that make it look like they're in the 80s, but then they'll have technology that doesn't even exist yet. So it's like this really strange world that they live in.
It's just someone being awesome.
And plus it takes place in Detroit, so that just makes it even feel even weirder.
Oh, no, then that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes it feel even weirder and like kind of unreal to it. Because like they could just go outside. It's like, this looks weird and abandoned.
Wow, that sounds great.
Like, it's like this is one character the whole time. She's like reading a book on what looks like a makeup compact. Like it opens up and it's two little screens, and she's like reading a book. And they never make any kind of big deal about it. It's just like half the movie she's spending reading a book on this little device.
Weird.
Yeah. So,
okay.
I don't know. I absolutely loved it and cannot recommend that movie enough.
Cool.
Awesome. I watched the movies.
All right.
I watched the second Hobbit movie.
Oh, is that what you did the entire last
That was
week
my
since
weekend.
we saw you last?
Yeah. That is another Hobbit movie. It does Hobbit things, and then they go talk to Smaug.
Oh, Smaug.
Smaug.
All that stuff is great.
Smaug.
Yep.
Like the scenes with Smaug
Smaug.
and the Hobbit are pretty good because
Smobbit.
it's a weird Sherlock episode, basically, if you think about it. But this movie gets even weirder in that like huge chunks of it don't involve any of the characters from the Hobbit. Like all of a sudden the bad guy from Furious 6 and his family are doing stuff, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And Gandalf wanders off just like, you guys got this, I'm gonna go do other things. Like he does, like he also did in the Lord of the Rings, where Gandalf was just like, I got it, I'm gonna be over here and do this other thing. It's just weird, you know. I mean, I get that these movies aren't for me, but you would just think they would be like a movie, you know.
Yeah.
Something that you go, yeah, that's a movie, that's pretty good. But if you're not up the ass of this fucking literature, then it's impenetrable. You just can't get in there. Whatever. So I can't wait to watch the third one.
Of course.
I got to get it over with. I have to know. So then, DVR cleanup. I watched Kick-Ass 2.
Okay.
The sequel to Kick-Ass.
Oh.
Kick-Ass, a movie that I thought was pretty good. And Kick-Ass 2 has some weird tonal problems that don't work at all.
Like a big budget Super 2?
Super 2, yes. Yeah. If there was a sequel to Super, this is the big budget version of that. It just can't find the balance of when to be funny and when to be horrific. Like, things keep happening where it's awfully unpleasant, and then right after, like 30 seconds after that, it'll be like, joke! And you're like, no, you're a asshole. You don't get to do jokes anymore. You're the worst. So yeah, there's some stuff in there that's pretty good, but it's just the origin stories are always better. Kick-Ass is a lot better. Kick-Ass 2, it just feels something's wrong, just like shouldn't have done it. It's needless and unpleasant. So
Well, I don't know about all that, but yeah, I mean, it's less than. I just don't think it's like bad.
I don't necessarily think it's bad either. I think it just got to a point where its tone was rubbing me the wrong way, and I was just like, all right, whatever it is you're going for here, it ain't working for me. It just, I can't laugh anymore, and you're still trying to be funny, and that's irritating. So that just kind of pissed me off.
All right.
But so like a few weeks ago, we were talking about actors who have this incredible run of solid performances. And we started talking about George Clooney.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a reader or listener question that we
Okay.
were responding to. So on my DVR, I had Up in the Air, which I had never seen, barely knew anything about. I knew it was acclaimed, but like hadn't seen like a frame of it. And I was just like, it's a Clooney movie. I should watch that. Up in the Air is fucking fantastic.
Really,
It's a good movie.
I had this weird feeling you were going to turn on that movie.
No.
Just when you started talking about it, I was like, oh, I wonder what
No,
your take is
that
going to be.
that movie is everything I want that movie to be.
Okay.
Like there's a point in that movie where you start to worry that it's going to be like this predictable Hollywood bullshit, and when it doesn't do that, it's fantastic. That like saves the whole thing. Like I was enjoying it up to there, and I was like, oh no, they're going to ruin it, and they don't. And that makes it so much better. That just like pushed it over the edge for me of just like, this thing is amazing, and I need to tell everyone how amazing this movie is.
Yeah, that's fine. I liked it too. I was just afraid.
Yeah, no. No complaints about that movie.
Man, remember when we thought Anna Kendrick was going to be like really good?
Yeah.
What happened?
She's in those
Singing
Pitch
movies.
Perfect
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
I
don't
think that
Yeah, she
became
was
her
in
thing.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Scott Pilgrim, that, and it was like, oh, you're going to go make movies that aren't really testing your acting range
Yeah.
or anything. Okay.
I really just such a well crafted movie. Just like the
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw Into the Woods. That's why I hate her.
Oh, okay. Just tonally and everything, that movie just strikes. It's such a delicate balance in that movie, concerning what it's about and like what the climate was at the time and everything about it. It's never insensitive to an era that, there was like everyone was getting fired back then, and this guy's job is to go around and fire people, and it's never putting people down. It's never about kind of making fun of a bad situation.
Yeah, and there's some stuff that happens later in that movie that was surprising to me, but then made perfect sense after, when you think about it, you're like, oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that sort of stuff, too.
Yeah. The whole time I was just worried, like, they're gonna make these characters not true to who they are because it's a movie. Mm-hmm. And then they really don't fuck it up. And when a movie doesn't fuck it up, way to go, movie. I appreciate you. So
Stick the landing.
yeah, it does. It sticks the landing. So I had a connection with that movie that I was not expecting. So please go find a copy of Up in the Air and watch it.
All right.
So those are my movies.
All right. Anyone else?
Nah,
Nah.
I watched Purple Rain.
Okay.
Oh, I watched Purple
Yeah,
Rain too. What did you think of it?
Purple Rain 2, Graffiti Bridge.
I saw that, too. I didn't like it.
I did.
We know, Chuck. We know.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys want some emails, voicemails, that sort of thing?
Let's do all of them.
We
Yes.
got
everything.
I don't
Get
know
it.
if we're going to do all of them.
Roll it.
We got a lot.
Roll tape. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's start off with a voicemail. shall
Okay.
we? The 585 one.
Yeah. Do we want to set it up at all? Like,
I believe this is Tim. We said we kept an email from him from last week. Or a voicemail from him. He sent 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So we
Tim.
figured we'd save one
Tim's awesome.
since we wanted to talk about Armageddon last week.
Right.
Which is
so much we wanted to talk about it.
which is a good dumb movie. That's way too long.
I haven't watched it yet. Again.
Yo, BMFcast. What's up, man? My name is Tim. I called earlier, before, and I asked about a question about the movie Armageddon, and I didn't say my name because I was so excited to finally get to talk to the BMFcast. Yeah, I'm Tim. I'm from upstate New York, but I used to live in L.A., and I was an actor, well, not an actor, I was a background extra on different TV shows and movies for a couple of years. In 2004, I was on the set of CSI Miami, and I met one actor, and I saw the antics of another. These actors were Terry Crews and David Caruso. One was an asshole, and the other one was a super cool, nice guy who I was glad to meet. I bet you can't guess which one was which. Hey, the answer might surprise you. Oh, no, it shouldn't. David Caruso was the asshole, and Terry Crews was the super cool guy. As a matter of fact, Terry Crews, I was I saw him sitting alone by a bar. This is 2004, before he became famous. And he was just a nice guy. He was telling me about how he got into the business, et cetera, et cetera. David Caruso, on the other hand, got into an argument with the director of photography which called the director of photography to just throw a hissy fit and run out the room. Anyway, that's my story about Hollywood. I wanted to contribute something to the show. Hey, I love the show, and I will be calling again. Crash and burn.
I like Tim's Tales from L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim's Tales from Tinseltown. There we go.
man.
I've named it for you. You
Yeah.
have a segment. Don't let us down, man.
Yeah.
I also really appreciate. It's like I was an actor.
Nah.
I was an extra. I appreciate you walking that back. Just
I was on a set
right.
Right.
at some point.
I'm pretty sure we all guessed that
I've
Terry
been on-
Crews was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a cool guy.
Do you, anyone else ever see that behind the scenes footage from the fuck was that movie with him and Nicolas Cage?
Kiss of Death. Oh yeah, he's a major fucking dick.
Well, like I mean, I got the impression that was like two giant assholes colliding.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
well.
is
Never go ask to ask.
I've
yeah, I
seen
was
that
gonna
video
say
too.
that's the end of Requiem for a Dream. But I mean, no, I just mean like that behind the scenes footage. I mean, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you're talking about David Caruso, but
Yeah. Yep.
And Terry Crews has done some stuff lately. I think he wrote a book and he's been on some talk shows, and you can see that he's like good dude.
I always hear
Capital
that
G,
about
capital
Terry
D,
Crews.
yeah.
Everyone who talks about Terry Crews is always like, that guy's awesome.
And anybody that's willing to play Dwayne Elizondo, Hector Mountain Dew
Dwayne
Camacho.
Hector Elizondo, Mountain Dew Camacho.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Sure,
I
no
always
problem.
get it wrong.
That's all right.
But anybody who's willing to play that character with as much fervor as he has or he did can't be that bad.
Yep.
We like Terry Crews, and we like Tim.
Yeah, Tim
Yeah.
and Terry.
Keep on calling Tim. We want more tales of Tim. It's Tinseltown.
Tim's Tales of Tinseltown.
Tinseltown.
All right.
Get it right. Jesus.
Triple T.
Triple T.
All right.
No, quad T.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim.
Next
Tale,
up, we
Tinseltown.
got an email.
Oh, do we?
Oh, sweet.
We do.
You should
we
read it.
got plenty.
Read it to
It's
us.
from Jeremy,
Read it.
who says,
Read it.
Yo! That's the title of his email.
Yo.
Yo,
Yo!
Yo.
First time emailer, long time listener here. Just wanted to say I'm enjoying the 90s extravaganza. 90s extravaganza. And was going to recommend a movie, Dark Angel, aka I Come in Peace, aka Ivan Drago versus Raiden / Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, but I noticed it was already on your list, so I instead found another called Shadow Zone with James Hong from Big Trouble in Little China, and a few other actors that I'm not quite familiar with. It's a fairly well done sci-fi horror movie that I think you guys would like. It fits the criteria of being a film from 1990, and it's not too long on running time. Didn't really know how to end the email, so this is Jeremy from Florida signing out. You have to tell us where you sent it from.
Yes.
Right.
Sent from my
pick an
relevant
pick an
mobile device.
Right.
joke.
Either you say relevant mobile device, or you pick an archaic system of communication.
preferably one that doesn't actually send emails.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the joke.
And that's the joke. That's
Yeah. I think we've done all the graphing calculators, so those are out. I mean,
No.
you know.
I don't know.
No, did we do a Texas? At least a
I think-
TI-82.
I think we've gotten like TI-82,
Sure.
but
Sure.
and maybe graphing
We've
calculator.
had Mimeograph, we've had
mimeograph,
Pony
Carrier
Express,
pigeons,
yeah,
carrier pigeon.
All
all
those
sorts
things.
of stuff. But yeah, I Come
If
in
you can-
Peace. We've seen that.
Yeah, we did. We saw
I've
that.
seen it a few times.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's pretty good. We gave a copy away at some point.
it's just to your right.
Yeah, it's right behind Mackey's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch the live stream, you
There are two
notice
copies of it in VHS above your head.
Yes.
Back to back.
So yeah, we like that movie.
And Shadow Zone, I think, is a full moon movie, so that's obviously in our wheelhouse. It just depends on which full moon it is. If it's there shooting in Gothic castles in Bulgaria phase, probably not. But so we'll see. It's on the short list.
All right.
We just have to investigate it.
Yeah,
further.
we're running out of weeks, man.
Oh, I know.
Once 2015's over, 1990, we're done with it.
Yeah.
We're never going back.
Never.
We're shutting the book on
1990 is done.
I don't know.
No, it's done.
Are you sure?
Oh.
Forever. Forever.
We're done with 1990 forever?
I think we will have gotten to everything worth watching in 1990 by the end of the
Okay.
year. That's the goal.
It depends on whether we watch Predator 2 and or Gremlins 2 by the end of the year.
Those don't qualify for the show.
I know.
Gremlins 2 is awesome. Predator 2 sucks.
Oh, reverse that and you're right.
They're both awesome. Fuck you both.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up is from Pierre,
Oh, Pierre.
who says it's time to party like it's 1990. Mm-hmm. Everyone's loving the theme now. Now that now that it's out in the open, suddenly the emails are just like, oh,
That's
shit.
why we went ahead and did the Prince movie. Just get this
Yeah.
shit done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Says, hey guys, great work with the 90s anniversary celebration / theme year. I thought I would throw in some suggestions like Toy Soldier starring a lot of, hey, I know those guys. Sean Astin, Luke Gossett Jr., Jonathan Banks, Will Wheaton. It's sort of Red Dawn, the good 80s one, not the lame remake, meets Die Hard. The villain in this one really seems to be gleefully bad in it. But alas, this movie's from 1991. Then I thought, Point Break, because that movie is 90s as F, and I almost should stop reading because you're suggesting Point Break for fucking BMFcast, you son of a bitch. Anyway. But alas, this one's also 1991. Damn. But there's a mini-theme to this, as recently as I saw a trailer for the remake of Point Break, and fuck that shit because it's all Dark Knight, Fast and Furious, CGI, extreme with an X, and no E because we are too extreme. No. Don't toss Fast and Furious in there. Finally, I settled on recommending the classic 1990 Captain America.
We've also done that.
Yeah. Which he goes on to describe quite a bit, but we've done that. Look for the Super Soldier special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Episode, I don't know, Super Soldier special.
Yeah, it's the Super Soldier. It was not a numbered episode. It was the Super Soldier special. Super Soldier special.
Right. It's the thing that will always fuck up our numbering scheme of number of episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to skip. Because it would have been, episode 87, I believe, and we were doing our year thing.
Something like that.
Yeah. And we got to do a sneak preview of Captain America.
Right.
Yeah, the good one. All right. So, yeah, that's out.
The good
he
Captain
finally
America?
says... He finally says another one to look for, and it's another Golden Globus canon movie, is the Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Norris up and up throws a dude out of a plane and then a helicopter. I'd also have said you got to go do Navy SEALs, but you already did. Maybe revisit it. As always, keep up the great work, except for my patent-pending crisping sleeve while eating a Buffalo Chicken Hot Pocket. Let's face it, you know that was coming. Pierre.
Hot Podcast. Brought to you by Hot Pockets.
Yeah, we didn't get our plugs in for
I'm working
all our
on it. I'm
sponsors.
He's
cramming
doing
them all
right
in
now.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
there is a sponsor plug coming up. In just a little
okay.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, that
Crispin sleeve. Crispin Glover.
Delta Force 2 will happen before the end of the year.
Hi, Crispin Glover here for the crisping sleeve.
Okay.
Get him on the phone.
Yep.
Don't tweet them.
No.
Let's play another voicemail.
All right.
Okay.
One from 858.
Okay. All right.
I got no setup for this one.
Okay.
Just another voicemail.
I know. I'm hitting play.
Hey, BMFcast. I'm working my way from episode 1, and I'm up to episode 90 approximately. And I was thinking of waiting till I was done before I started sending you messages, but I have a really good recommendation. 1998's Psycho Kickboxer. Check it out. This is straight out of Tijuana.
You stay straight out of Tijuana?
Tijuana.
According to the Google translation, it said Teak 1.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Teak 1.
Teak 1.
Oh,
duh.
those are
Straight out of
quality
Teak 1.
equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, Psycho Kickboxer.
Yeah,
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
that's a name that sells me.
Yeah, you don't really have to sell that because
Yeah.
that title sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
it's
get
a
there.
kickboxer who's psychopathic.
Sure.
So 98. We'll save it for next
Or
year.
maybe he only kickboxes psychos.
Maybe. There's always...
He just goes into insane asylums.
You
and
just never know. You
kickboxes
never...
every club.
You never
He's going to go
ever know.
kickbox Prince's mom.
Yeah, because she's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he just likes an easier fight.
Right.
You never know.
Well, she might fall in love with him. I mean, given her history and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, someday we might watch Psycho Kickboxer. Throw it on the big pile.
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
All right. Next one up's from Kent. Titled this one, The Assassin 1990. Hey, BMFcasters, I can't believe I didn't notice your 1990 theme year. Since I can't be more of a Steve Railsback type hype man, I must recommend 1990's Assassin. It's no Private Wars or Escape 2000, but it has some good action set pieces and Railsback plays his usual drunk self. Crash and burn, Kent. We do need to get Railsback on this cast at some point.
Yeah. Can't we just watch Dwayne Barry from the X-Files?
That didn't come out in 1990, Chuck.
I know.
Why does it say the Dark Angel Psycho Kickboxer?
I don't know.
Is it a sequel to, like, I Come in Peace with Psycho Kickboxing?
Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know. I'll do
Dolph
more
Lundgren in
research.
it?
I've only started.
Okay. He's
All right.
just begun.
But yeah, what was the Assassin?
The Assassin.
Yeah, that's
1990.
That's on the short list.
Sweet.
I think the box art is just a giant explosion
Oh,
They
okay.
do.
Well,
and a cutout
good.
head of Steve Railsback. So
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Next up, our favorite landmass, Chase Island,
The best island.
has
That
1990, the year of our enjoyable bad movie lords.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bamcaster Troys. It's Chase like the landmass island here, be surrounded by water and such. So the year 1990 seems like a bottomless gold mine of enjoyable bad movies. As per usual, you guys have discovered a trend before everyone else. Well done again. Thanks, Chase. There are particularly a lot of fun bad martial arts action movies from 1990,
fun bads.
which is presumably due to the success of Seagal's Above the Law and Van Damme's Kickboxer from the previous year. Actually just watched Kickboxer for the first time last week and had so much fun with it. Especially because I followed your advice and also watched The King of the Kickboxers. Seeing those two movies in the same week made it abundantly clear how much of a kickboxer ripoff The King of the Kickboxers is, especially the second act training sequences. But that took absolutely nothing away from how incredibly fun King of the Kickboxers is. I was surprised you didn't talk about Jake's hilarious scream after hanging up the phone before heading to Bangkok. I loved it so much I attached a still from it for you.
We
which you
totally
did.
talked about that.
I thought we did, but maybe we didn't. I don't know. So he says, anyway, I look back at the movies I've watched over the past few years from the year 1990, and most of them have already been Bamfcast episodes, except for a little movie called Marked for Death, which actually is...
We watched Mark for Death.
Yeah, we watched Marked for Death.
Oh, is that the one we watched? I can't ever keep it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally
he said he had a feeling we might already have it on deck, but he mentions Scott Steven Seagal, Keith David, Danny Trejo, Strip Club scenes, tons of Rastas, and one of the best villains of all time, and a glorious Rasta self-defenestration. Crash and Burn, Chase Island sent for my jazz drive.
Yeah.
But yes, you're in luck, Chase.
Yeah. Guess what we did just for you? About a year and a half ago, we watched Marked for Death.
We went back in time.
Back in time.
Time.
You got an episode number for that one.
No.
Who can type faster? Pull it up.
He's getting it.
194.
All right.
Jonathan
We're gonna
Kingston
let him do
Seagal.
all this because he's literally got a button that searches.
I do.
Yeah, if you're like instead of caps lock, you can't cruise control for awesome on that
No.
computer, but you can search anytime you want.
Search. So, yeah. Yeah. Almost 100 episodes ago.
Almost.
It was good.
Nearly 100.
We did kind of like it, didn't we?
Yeah. It had kids buying the drugs.
Oh no!
Those crazy kids. And then it also had... Wasn't that one of the, don't go to Jamaica?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, totally.
Jamaicans are, we figured some exec had a bad experience in Jamaica because Jamaicans were, generic bad guys in 1990.
Yeah. We'd watched, 2 or 3 movies in a row where, they were just Jamaicans were the worst. And it's well, that goes against everything that we've had.
Yeah.
That's not cool runnings.
Jamaican people are awesome.
Yeah.
I've been to Jamaica. They're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Laid back.
Yeah.
They're not murdering anybody.
No.
No.
They're totally chill. They're not into voodoo and shit. So.
If they were, they didn't invite me to any of that. So. All right. Next up, some Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Kyle.
Cow.
You
Why are
said-
we saying Kyle like that?
Kyle.
Cow. Okay.
Kyle.
Oh.
The title of his email is Turbo Kid. Oh, hi, Bamfcast. Kyle from Boise here.
Oh, hi.
So I just saw the trailer for Turbo Kid. Could this be the throwback movie we've been waiting for? Or is this another Kung Fury winking too heavily at the audience while smirking at its own "look how clever we are" jokes? I'm hoping it's the former, not the latter. Kung Fury was fine, but way too aware in its attempt to be 80s. Turbo Kid, from the trailer at least, appears to be fashioned to be in the style of an 80s apocalypse movie without having to shout, "Hey, look, it's like the silly 80s." Plus, Michael Ironside. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this movie. Also, I'm still hoping that someday you'll watch Ghosts of Mars. Seriously, Ice Cube is Desolation Williams. What more do you need to know? Anyway, keep up the good work. Crash and burn. Pimps don't commit herbicide. Kyle.
Oh, God damn it. Just one other thing. Sorry.
That explains what the cat was hunting.
Yeah.
What's happening?
There's an insect in the
Cockroach.
house.
Oh.
Man,
Cucaracha.
Florida.
I know,
And
Florida.
Cockroach.
Yeah, it's freaking raining all the time.
Yeah,
so they're coming
that's-
inside.
Exactly. We're not gross people. It's just Florida.
Yeah.
Forget about it, Jake. It's
Yeah.
just Florida.
Florida, man.
We watched the teaser trailer for that, and we thought it looked all right. And we were like, yeah,
we were
okay.
really crossing our fingers about that too.
Yeah. It seems to be getting good buzz, not in a Kung Fury kind of way, but in a hey, check this out. This movie
yeah.
pretty good.
And they got Michael Ironside to do Michael Ironside-y things.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Still holding out hope for that.
Mm-hmm. We had a comment from Tim on our page.
Tim? Our Tim?
I don't know, a Tim. Author Tim.
Okay.
Don't know, but he said, actually, that might be Tim now you mention it.
Okay.
That might be the Tim. But he said, on last week's episode, The Final Sanction, he said, the price of this VHS is up to $133 on Amazon. Really, folks?
Hey.
Is it?
We're sorry. As soon as we do an episode, the price just spikes on all these VHSs.
We drive the VHS market. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I just linked to that blindly because it's not on any other format.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's on YouTube though, and I have no problem saying that if the movie never made it past VHS,
Yeah.
can't buy that shit. So
Yeah.
get yourself to YouTube, just watch it there.
You can find it somewhere. All right. Next one up's John Oddity. We're almost there, guys.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Hey,
we're just clearing.
We love the
It was a-
listeners.
it was
We
a
made
busy-
it through Graffiti Bridge.
Yeah.
We're up for anything.
It was a
Yeah.
busy week. So John's email is titled, "You ever kill anyone? I hurt a guy's feelings once." Hail to the gods of BMF. Hail! I'm on a noir binge, and I developed a great discussion topic with my friends. I want to get your input. Are there any films you would consider more influenced or infused into the genre of noir than their stated brand?
Sorry. How the fuck did that thing go from over there?
Did
to
you?
over here? Yeah, it's been squished.
It may be. It's underneath my foot, but I can't guarantee that it's been squished.
Fucking
just be
Florida.
ready.
No, I'm serious. That's the same fucking one. How did it go from over there?
I don't know.
How'd it get by you, Chuck?
How did it get burned?
How'd it get by? How'd it get by?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fucking
oh,
does
it's
it.
yeah. You fucking killed it.
that fucker. Well, we'll deal with it. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's belly up now. Fucker's done. You're done.
Here, I'm gonna pee on him.
You're done.
Don't
ready
light that
to
shit on
go.
fire afterwards.
Yeah, set it on fire.
A, B, C, D.
You're getting Morse Dade, son.
It's your time.
Oh.
You know, okay, so
What's happening?
one of the things I realized that I don't do enough is like do crazy searches for our name to show up places. And there's a site called The Critics Agree. And
Are we part of them?
Do we agree?
no.
Oh.
And I don't know if this is like a serious thing or not.
No, I've read that.
Are they-
they tweeted at us a while back.
Oh,
they're a
them.
jokey
Oh,
site.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay.
jokey,
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, I was like, haha, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just couldn't tell what their deal was.
No.
Yep.
But anyhow, I'm looking.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt the email. Just,
I know.
suddenly a thing was going the wrong way. I'm like,
Well,
transcended time and space.
when I see something, everybody's like eyes glued to the floor.
Well,
and
I was kind of
start
keeping an
stomping.
eye over there because it crawled under the DVD stand. And
Man.
It must have gone like it must have just really quickly just gone. Oh,
I love how BMFcat's standing back in the doorway, just staring in.
like, I will fucking rip that thing.
Come here, BMFcat, kill it.
She's no.
I think she weakened it because that thing wasn't moving very well.
She drained its soul.
It was like
She's looking
it was like
at
cat's
it.
eye.
I think she's looking at
Yeah,
me like
I just made a cat's eye reference.
she's mad that I took her kill or something.
Well,
Like I'm
yeah.
kill stealing fucktard.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's gonna come over here and teabag.
She's gonna
Yeah,
360 no scope me.
She's
and
gonna
then
fucking
teabag me.
team kill you and then teabag you. TK followed by TB. All right. Do you want me to just start the email over?
I
You probably
guess. Sorry.
should, yeah.
Sorry.
All right, next one up is from John Oddity, whose email is titled, "You ever kill anyone?
Yeah.
I hurt a guy's feelings once." Hail to the gods of BMF. Hail! I'm on a noir binge, and I developed a great discussion topic with my friends. Want to get your input. Are there any films you would consider more influenced or infused into the genre of noir than their stated brand? Seems to be its own subgenre. A perfect example I've found is Peacemaker. After I dug your episode, I dug this one up. Hell of a B movie, but watching it, I believe it has more on its mind than just sci-fi. Stylized lighting, pulpy dialogue, and the presence of the Davi really amplify its hard-boiled nature. Blade Runner is another more obvious choice. Thoughts and opinions? You guys are one of my weekly highs, and I thank you. Also, Harlow has some pretty epic hair and burns. Smooch. Keep up the gold. Crash and burn. John Oddity.
Thanks.
Did you get a smooch
You
there?
got smooched.
All right.
You got smooched.
Man, email smooch.
That's what-
E-smooch.
that's the power of the burns. there.
E-smooch. That's a vaping company. Get your E-smooch.
Smooch. That's probably just a flavor though.
Probably. Yeah.
Tastes like Prince.
Maybe.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
No, it tastes like Dr. Pepper lip smackers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is Barks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all red rocketed on you.
It's tasty.
There's a horror movie called Night of the Creeps.
Mhm.
It's very fucking noir in its characters and setups and that kind of thing. I would throw that into the discussion pile
Yeah.
because you think it's just going to be, a horror movie, but
What? I kind of blanked on the question. I'm sorry.
It's basically noir movies, movies that use noir trappings but aren't really noir, or at least you wouldn't think of as straight up, third man type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Maltese Falcon or that.
Well, I mean, the obvious one is Brick. I mean, that's a fucking noir movie in high school in modern day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a pretty easy answer.
My brain's fried after Graffiti Bridge.
Graffiti Bridge.
I knew when I read this, there were like 3 or 4 in my head, and now they're gone. Fucking Prince.
Well, like noir trappings. I mean, Blade Runner.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
Yeah, okay. Shit, there was like... What was that, God damn it. Is it Sam Raimi movie?
What, Simple Plan?
Huh? Well, that's kind of noir-esque,
Yeah.
but I was going, no, there's that one that's like something... It happens at night. It's got Bruce Campbell in it. God damn it. Fuck.
Evil Dead?
Yes. Thank you, Chuck.
Army of Darkness. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
Crime Wave.
Crime Wave. Yes, that's actually it. Thank you.
Cremoave.
You beat me to it, fucker.
Yeah.
Crime Wave is kind of film noir-esque.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's zany.
It's very zany, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, he was saying things that are crime, are noir-esque. I'm not saying it's noir.
We just made Greencapped very happy. He was talking to me about Crime Wave on Twitter the other day, so
Oh, okay.
he's going to get very happy.
I didn't know that. It popped in my head.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of things that try it. It's just whether or not they succeed. I mean, you could argue fucking Sin City wants to be noir-esque.
You don't have to argue.
Well, I just...
Well, yeah, it's...
I mean, it's all, I mean, the idea of film noir is black and white, rain everywhere. That, and then, you can wrap things around it. But the thing about Brick is, like, it doesn't try to look noir-esque at all. They just fucking talk like a noir movie, and the plot is a noir movie. But they don't try to make it look that way, which I think is a more interesting thing to do.
True Detective is one long noir movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Or at least they tried to do it in the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing right now. Sorry.
We'll post some on Twitter if we think of more.
Yeah, we will tweet at nobody.
Yeah, we'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, here's some noir movies.
Yep. All right. Got one last one from Steve like the Bird Heron.
Okay.
He called in.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Call, motherfucker.
He could call all
He
those.
could call
He could called in.
He could call us.
Hello? Domino's. I would like to order a large pie, raw force style, and I know you're in 1990 year, which is weird since you're a pizza place, and maybe this joke is just falling apart, but it's a pie that was from 1982, so you might have to put it on the back burner a little bit. In terms of toppings, it's got, I think it's got some kung fu, some islands, some cannibalism, and I think there's some ghosts in there as well. A lot of fun, as well as the greatest movie poster of all time, which is weird that it has poster since pizza, I think. But yeah, Raw Force is a pretty good pizza. So anything else? I guess a Pepsi. And since it's Domino's, you guys have adult diapers now? You do? Oh, good. I'll need that, because, Domino's. My name? I'll give you my last name. Heron. Heron. Yeah. Like the bird. I get that a lot. And do yourself a favor. Avoid the Noid, that sneaky motherfucker, can come up at you at any time, ruin my movie pizza thing. This has gone on too long. Goodbye, Garfield.
Young man, such language.
Man. You have to put $1 in the swear jar.
Yeah.
Young man.
Put $1 in the BMF swear jar, please.
In the straight in the motherfucking swear jar.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we put $1 for every time we swore? I'd owe
It'd be like $1 billion.
I'd owe like $8,000 at this point.
We'd
right
be
now.
rich. We should totally do that.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah,
of
you'd
all
be
the
rich
money we
off
can
my money.
And all the times I say motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah. Also, by the way,
Like ones that actually make it to the podcast, or just in general? Just
Oh, God.
They have to be on the show.
Yeah,
Also-
on the show, it's enough.
by the way, Steve like the Bird, Heron, and the distant future of the BMFcast, that voicemail is going to be the 12 Monkeys thing that sets it all off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
going to throw that out there.
for future Harlow Mackie.
Yeah,
BJ
we know you're a
Chuck.
dry cleaner. Ha ha ha. You know, like,
Yeah.
this probably doesn't make any sense, and we're going to listen to her and we'll be like, oh, we know.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
We know.
I like that he kept running with it, though.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt.
Yeah, and Raw Force, I think we mentioned it.
We've talked about it before. I watched
because
it.
of that fucking poster.
Yeah.
My God, that poster.
It's a little rapey.
That's right.
I gotta tell you something. I just realized something. That voicemail may be what sets off the future Chuck chain of events.
That's what I meant.
Where he's
God.
where he's calling in a panic.
Oh, God.
Because he listened to this voicemail and I don't know. He's got to put a spider in his mouth and travel back in time. Something I don't know.
Well,
That's
I guess we'll find out.
yeah. Enjoy that spider in your mouth.
I will
though,
never
Chuck.
travel back
I
in
always
time
do.
if I have to put a spider in my mouth
No,
to do it.
no, fuck
Nope.
time travel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good. I would
Not even
never
if
do
somebody's
that.
like, you're the only one who can go back in time
Yeah.
and kill
Yeah.
Hitler.
Well,
No.
you know,
Well, just go to sleep, and then the spiders will crawl in your mouth while you're asleep.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could travel through time.
thanks. I haven't had insomnia here lately.
I've been sleeping too well. Thank you.
They drink from your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to sleep ever again. That's great. Oh, thank you. Thank you,
I'm here to
Chuck.
help. I'm
You
here
know-
to help.
Like, despite all of my faults, I'm generally like a nightmare stable kind of person. I don't really have nightmares.
You have a stable of nightmares?
Like, no, I
You
don't
let all
have
the nightmares out at once. Run free.
right. No, but like I don't have nightmares, and things that are scary like don't typically affect me too much, but just the very thought that there would be spiders drinking from my eyeballs at night
Where were you in like high school when I needed to like study for tests and shit?
Yeah.
literally just like unnerved me. I am now leery about sleep.
Ever. Again, thank you. Next week, I will look
Yeah.
like Christian Bale and the Machinist.
It's going to be like all the kids in
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Can't sleep. Spiders will drink from my
Yeah.
eyeballs. Can't
Right.
sleep. Spiders will drink from my eyeballs.
Tell you what, just edit that out of the podcast, and then you'll be okay.
All right.
Dude, they
That
don't.
didn't happen.
Okay, listen, it's not true. They don't drink from your eyes. They drink from your toothbrush.
That's okay. I don't. Whatever. Secondary spider contact doesn't bother me.
Right. I just don't want spiders on or in my person.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can drink from my have
Yeah.
had spiders.
Well, thank you for that, Chuck. And Steve. Bird hair.
Yeah, no, that was all
Yeah.
Steve's
We-
doing.
We will be watching Raw Force most likely, despite unless it's overly rapey. Is it overly?
It's got a midsection of
The title alone sounds that way.
awkward sexual assaultiness. That's I don't know. I didn't keep the
I still-
Blu-ray. Let's say that
Man,
You
but
had
that
the Blu-ray?
poster.
I
that-
did. I bought the Blu-ray.
Did you
that
watch
poster-
it?
I did watch it.
Oh.
That poster makes me want to watch that movie so bad, though.
Okay. It's going to be a part of the Vinegar Syndrome
Oh.
streaming service. It would have to be. It's one of their titles. So
Okay.
we could probably sample it there and see how
It's
you
not
guys
called that
feel
anymore.
about it. Yeah, Exploitation TV.
.tv. Yes.
Yes. So maybe that'll launch one day.
Hotpodcast.com.
Hot podcast.
Top level domain. Oh. I know what that is now.
Right. So, BJ, you want to give us
Yes.
some contact information?
I
so
can
we
do that.
Refill our email docket.
All right.
Rocking with Docket.
So, if you want to email us, send an email to bmf@bmfcast.com. If you want to check out the website, it's bmfcast.com. And on the right-hand side of said website, there are a bunch of buttons which will take you to all of our various social things like Facebook and Twitter and such. Or if you want to call in a voicemail like Tim or Steve like the Bird, you can give us a call at 910-5JACKS-BMF or 910-556-9263 and catch us on the Garfield hotline. And that's it.
And that's really just a note for Tim.
Right, Tim.
reminder for
call
Tim.
us again.
Hey, Tim.
Please call Tim.
We want other people to call too.
I know, but I'm just saying, hey, Tim.
You know who I want to hear from? Clint the Imaginary Truck Driver.
Oh, I sure do.
Every once in a while, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like, I hope Clint's okay.
I do too.
Yeah.
Out there on the road,
Yeah,
theoretically,
Yeah.
fictionally.
he needs. We know he needed some excitement in his life, but we hope he's still safe.
Right.
Indeed.
On that
Tim.
note,
Tim, we just met you, and this is crazy, but you have our number, so call us maybe.
yeah, and everyone on the live stream apparently loves Tim.
Right.
They're all like, please bring Tim back.
Sure.
Tim, please respond.
Oh, and
Hey, Tim, you there? I was just in the shower. I thought maybe you might have called the voicemail.
might have tried to call.
They're all text like, Tim, you up?
We'll give everybody your number, Tim.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, we should just call Tim. We have his number.
Yeah.
Be like,
We do.
Hey, Tim,
What's going on?
Hey, Tim, this is BMFcast.
What are you up to?
We're all here on speaker.
tell us more about David Caruso.
Yeah.
This is BAMFcast. Tim, this is BAMFcast.
All of us, we're on speaker simultaneously. We speak like
we're on party line.
we're like Legion. You know,
Yeah.
just speak together.
We are BAMFcast. But also, there's I've discovered like a few blog posts and stuff out there in the world. Reviews. Some are somewhat recently, and some are kind of older. But thank you for for the sweet ass reviews. And if you've done something like that, please let us know so that we can take a look at it. And it brings a little bit of joy into our lives to know that we are appreciated, or at least thought about in a way that makes you write words. So,
Right. Well, we print them out and put them in our scrapbook.
yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for all these.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome to hear that. And there's a site out there called Podbay that
Doors.
yeah, but it's just got a shitload of reviews from folks and like a bunch.
Really?
Yeah. And I'd never even heard of this website, but a bunch of you folks out there have reviewed us, so I totally
sure.
appreciate it. Or maybe they're copied from iTunes. I don't know. But anyhow, all the reviews out there are really appreciated. So if you have a moment, rate us on iTunes. It helps.
That's probably still the better place to do it.
But if you are writing about us in some other capacity, feel free to let us know so that we may take a look at it and, again, put it on our scrapbooks. So, I think that's about it.
All right, let's get out of here. I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BAMFcast out, motherfucker. Ching.
Yep, tip jar.
Tip jar.
Yeah, I think these are just pulled from iTunes.
Well, is there one
Are they?
talking about how we have obscure titles?
No, I don't see that one.
There's one
yeah,
talking
there
about
it
our
is.
obscure titties.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Are they just pulled? Okay, well.
I would like this one better if the most obscure movies weren't reviewed. I'd rather listen to one of the other podcasts where at least I've heard of the movies.
Oh, that one.
Oh, who wrote that? Fuck that man.
Wasn't that one of the 1-star ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 star we're in.
Yeah.
Your face with our fist.
Yeah.
I wish they were watching Sharknado 2.
Oh, his name is I Hate You 859.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen to the other podcast, you piece of shit.
I don't think he's still here. Now you're
that
just
was
sounding
3
mean.
years.
Well, I hope he's hate listening to
Oh,
us.
okay.
And he hears me talking about him and feels bad about himself.
He hates us so much he's tuning into the live stream because this is actually going to be on the episode.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he hate watches the live stream.
Right.
I do appreciate any review that's like, well, if you like this, then obviously you're not allowed to like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you've chosen one podcast and that's it.
Picard said it best. The lines must be drawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Adam Mock.
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar with
The mock film blog? Yes.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
He do something.
Yeah, he wrote a thing about us on June 13th of this year.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
That's nice of him.
Yeah. I just, like, every once in a while, I'll go through and do a search, and I realized I hadn't done one in a while.
Yeah, I think we talked with him for a little bit on Twitter after he posted it.
Okay, cool.
We're like, cool, thanks, guy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I think there was a write-up on their page, too. Or something. Somebody did that. I don't know. I don't Google myself all the time or anything.
Oh,
I just Google you three.
Oh.
Do do do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
Oh my god, the cockroach is still twitching.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
One of his legs was just like.
Get the Bamf cat in here to eat it.
Hey, cat.
No.
Hey, cat, eat
No.
Come eat your
No.
prey.
Yeah, see?
Deadly prey.
Oh yeah, that's just reflex. He's dead.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's about to reflex up your fucking leg.
I will defenestrate myself.
And he's going to drink from your eye.
I will just flip out and leap out the window. He was still twitching. I thought I killed him good.
I thought you did too. He wasn't moving.
No, he wasn't. All right. R.I.P. little cockroach. Tweety Bear t-shirts and all that.
Lil cockroach.
Little
sea roach.
Little roach.
Yeah, sea roach.
See,
Because I don't want to put Lil and cock in the same thing.
little croach.
Oh.
Oh, we're offline, aren't we?
Nope.
Oh.
No, this is all preserved for the,
Yeah.
for the ever. Until YouTube goes away inevitably.
Until the inevitable heat death of the universe. Or if their servers crash.
Right, or just Google's like, man, we've been losing a fuckload of money on YouTube every year. We should probably shut that down.
God, can you imagine? Holy fuck.
But you'll go in pieces.
What, the
I do
Earth?
think I do
No,
think
that fucking cockroach. I'm about to vacuum his pieces up into nothingness.
I do think I knocked a piece off of him.
Oh, good. He's going to go in pieces.
You knocked his block off. Am I right?
I knocked that motherfucker out.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, live stream. We're
Bye.
gonna stop yelling at the dead cockroach now.
DMX cockroach killing.